Boom, and there's the red light, and we are live up in this thing. Hello, everyone. I am Paul Wizzo, and before we meet our guests, I got a couple of things just to get on out the way. And like to hear it, here it go. Thing about when you go live, sometime I'll never always fuck it up, but hey, we're gonna roll with it anyway. So you like to subscribe to Wizzo Talk? Subscribe to Wizzo Talk. The link is in the description, or it is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. If you subscribe, just make sure you hit that notification bell because I'll post according to my guest availability rather than on a fixed schedule. If you like to be a guest, hit me up in the comments. We'll get you on the show, and don't worry about a topic because I have plenty of them, and that's for sure though. And now we're gonna meet our guests. I'm gonna keep that short so we can meet our guests and we can get this thing going. So let's go and come on over here to 7.
Yo, much bliss, man. This your boy 7 Points of Bliss, aka Pomegranate Samurai, man. Hey man, y'all can check me out on any social media platform under After Real Truth. Check out some of my art, some of my videos. You can check me out at Threadless under After Real Truth. Check out some of my gear. And you can find me on Spotify under Cosmic Currency 777 if you want to hear me talk about some deep philosophical stuff. And I just want to say, man, it's an honor yet again to be here, man. Thank y'all.
Oh yeah.
All right, that's what's up. Always glad, always glad to have you on the show. Let's go and see what Rico got.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Rico, the Tangerine Ninja from the podcast If Relationships Could Talk, and also Stirring the Pot. You can find me at Riding with Rico, or on YouTube at Hosted by TY Network.
All right, most definitely. Y'all check him on out. All right, Poke Dog, what you got for that intro?
I appreciate you introducing me, sir. Always a pleasure to be here. Poke Dog is the name, aka Big Poke Dog, aka Big Poking, on all the social media platforms that I care about. And as I am known for, I have a word of the day: sagacious. Are you a sagacious person?
All right, that was the word for today because I didn't even get to check that. I don't know if I saw that.
So tell me what it means.
I'm waiting on shit.
No, you got to look it up. You got to look it up.
You gotta look it up.
Yeah, you got to look it up.
All right, cool. That's what's up. All right,
That's
let me meet our next guest, Daddy Doe.
Hey, what's happening with y'all, man? Hey, it's Daddy Doe, Illegal Trapping, the Legal Trapping. Hey, y'all can catch me on Facebook at JAEARUHEWING. You can catch me on YouTube at Papa Doe TV. That's PAPADOUGH TV. Instagram, that's Papa Doe 214. Man, y'all follow me. Man. We got a brand and we popping with this shit. Y'all follow us now. I appreciate you having me on there, Wizzo.
Yeah, no doubt, Daddy Doe. Hey, but before I go on, what's up with that background you got right there? What's that right there?
Oh man, that's the Papa Doe, man. That's the Papa Doe painting right there, man. That's the brand I made for my son. Okay. That's a brand I made for my son, man. You know what I'm saying? So he can have somewhere he ain't got to fuck up his name. You know what I'm saying? We got Papa Doe clothing, and he also got Papa Doe athletics. Right, you know what I'm saying? But the Doe is an acronym though, because the Doe stands for Dedicated, Organized Unit, Grinding Hard.
Oh, that's what's up.
Dedicated, Organized Unit, Grinding Hard.
That's what's up.
Hey, Widow.
Yeah.
Hey, can I read off the definition of this word?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so sagacious means having or showing keen mental discernment and good judgment.
All right, that's what's up. Yeah, Big Poke Dog, he's good for posting the word of the day. So guys, before we get off into it, I got one thing that I want to read off, and then we're gonna go off into this hot topic right here. So here we go. This is thanks to me and Chat GPT help write this right here. Wizzo Talk is an uncut, unedited podcast that's not for kids or anyone who gets offended by strong language. If words like fuck, dick, pussy, or motherfucker bothers you, this podcast isn't for you. I won't censor my guests, myself or my guests. Everyone speaks freely here, so don't miss the message just because you hung up on the explicit language. So that's just letting you guys know just how we do it right over here on Wizzo Talk. So this topic right here, it takes a real man to realize that one woman is enough. Now, let me set this up. So the original guy that came up with this, he made a post on Facebook, and I asked him to be on the show. He said no, he had to work or something like that. So I asked Pope, I said, Pope, you got some on this? He said, hell yeah, I got some on this. So I'm like,
Right.
okay, bet. So that's what's up. So, however, I'm gonna come to you next, Pope, but this right here is what I got first. I'm always thinking of some off the wall shit to do first or something before we get started. So this is what I come up this time. So I'm just looking for just one positive moment or one happy moment from everybody that's on the panel. It just be short and brief. Just you to say, one happy thought or happy thing for you. And so right now we're gonna cover seven. Seven. What's one positive note, happy thought, or something you want to share?
You said a positive, happy thought.
Happy thought, positive, or just something positive. Because we've already covered negative ones like this right here. So now I'm just something positive. Something just made you smile or something made you fucking happy.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, man, the fact that I got melanin in my skin makes me smile, bro. When I wake up every morning, I just look at myself and I see the wealth that's within me, and knowing that every one of my ancestors has
I've been
survived
frozen.
every harsh thing in the world. It's the reason why I'm here. That it gives me positive thoughts every day, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, Rico, what's up? One positive thought, one happy thought. Just something that you make you smile, or just made your day, or made your last week, or just anything positive.
All right. For me, it would go back to my childhood, and this is for the young people or anyone that's not living in their truth. Live in your truth. Just because you're different doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. I thought that was the case with me for a long time. I think differently. My mind is different from most people that I grew up with. So be your authentic self. If maybe they're not ready for your energy, then move away from those people.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, Daddy Doe, what you got right there?
Man, you really made me think on that one right there, bro. I feel like, man, my positive thought, man, say the journey that God got me on right now. You know what I'm saying? When I think about this situation, the journey that God got me on, man, and how He continue to bless the situation, bro, that it give me chills to just do something for me, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, Pope, what you got?
So I missed a bunch of it for some reason. It's like it kicked me out.
Yeah, it just something I asked everybody. I'm starting off with a little something different. Just asking for a happy thought or some positive moment in your day, in last week, in your life, or just one positive note, one happy thought. That's all.
Oh, that's easy. This weekend, on Sunday, as a matter of fact, we got together with a bunch of my family members. We barbecued, played dominoes, spades, stuff like that. Talked a bunch of shit, and hadn't got to do that in a long time with a bunch of them. So it had been years since we had seen each other. So that'd be a happy thought. Real easy this week.
That's what's up. Appreciate that, and I'll share one of mine. For those of you that's watching now, or maybe watching it later, before we get ready to get started, I'll just ask the guys for one positive note, one happy thought, something that made them happy, something that made them smile, or anything like that. And excuse me for clearing my throat. And I'll just go ahead and add mine. And I received a message from YouTube, and shit, last week I had 1.5K viewers, and I was like, damn, and I got a total of over 340-some-thousand total views on my podcast for somebody that didn't know what they're doing. So looking at those numbers, hey, that just makes me happy and just gives me joy. And thanks to you guys and for all of my past and present guests and future guests, it makes me feel pretty damn good myself.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Keep going.
Already. And now we got all that out the way, and I'm just glad Poke Dog didn't bring up that crying, because I ain't want his ass to get to crying and shit. That's an inside joke. Okay, guys. So we here right now saying it takes a real man to realize that one woman is enough. So when I reached out to Pope, he said he got something for it. I know he a little froze. Pope, jump this shit off.
So the specific part I want to make sure is that I'm speaking in good faith. Let me make that clear. Like we're not talking about any conniving, malicious acts, devious behavior, 100% upfront, the full Monty, as they say.
Okay.
So and again, that first part, a real man. We discussed that the last time, and that anytime that is prefaced, whatever comes after it is usually some BS. Now, in the actual case, I don't want to focus on the real man part. It's just the one woman, one man part. If we are talking about the covenant of marriage, then I would say yes, because I'm going to change those words, one woman, one man, to one husband, one wife.
Okay.
Then the answer would be yes to that, and we don't need a real anything in front of it. One husband for one wife. Now, if we take it back to man and woman, this is where we need to have honest conversations, because we see clearly that one man can have several women. Rest in peace, Shorty Lowe. I'll use him as an example. He was about to have a show, I think it was called All My Baby Mamas, because he has or had 10 or 11. Then you've got, you know what, I'm not going to use him as an example. You've got Future, for instance. No matter how we look at him, women still choose him. Now, and I'm separating it, husband and wife, from man and woman, because if we use it man and woman, then it's left up to everybody being honest for it to move forward with some type of decency. And that's where I rest.
All right. Let me come to Daddy Doe. What's up with that? It takes a real man to realize that one woman is enough, or you can go on and comment a little bit on what Poke Dog was saying.
Man, tell you the truth, boss, I don't feel that, I don't feel that way. I feel like you need more than one of them sometimes. I don't give a damn if you're married or not married. I feel like you need more than one sometimes, man. That's just me, though. That's just me. That's probably why I'm still single right now, though. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's just me. I'm just saying. And sometimes I feel like you need more than one sometimes.
Why?
I gotta say that.
Yeah.
Shit, cuz, goddamn me, shit. When one get to this bullshit, let me go real, cause I ain't got time to hear this bullshit that you all right now. You know what I'm saying, man? Sometimes, man, sometimes I ain't got time to hear this shit. And then, this other one might do some things that's better than some things that this one doing. But I like this one. I just don't want to let the motherfucker go.
Right.
But then that could be me. That could be me childish as hell too. I don't know. Right. That's just me, boss.
I got a question on that, but first I want to see what Rico and Seven got to say. Okay, Rico, what's up?
All right. Hey, ladies, look, don't hate me, because tonight, look, I done my own research and pulled out the stats on Google and everything. But I'm going to start by saying women, some women, not all, they say men make a choice to cheat. In my opinion, I believe that women make a choice to choose a man who cheats, because a woman wants the tall man, the man who make the money, the man who got the house, the man who got the car, when this guy that worked down at Starbucks, Walmart, and all that, who can't cheat because he don't have the ability to move around like that, but they want to be with that man that every other woman wants to be with, who's going to cheat on her. Men with money, especially young men with money, they are not going to be with one woman. It's just not possible, because so many women, just like you ladies that's watching this, when y'all were younger, or if you are young, you want that best man. You, in high school, you want the football, the football star, the quarterback. In college and afterwards, you want the man with the money and the fancy cars in the house. So you're making a conscious decision to continue to chase and only date, not chase, but date those men who will cheat on you. So whose fault is it that you're getting cheated on? Is it just the man's fault? Because you say he's making a choice, a conscious decision. But hold yourself accountable, because you're making a choice to be with that man instead of being with the average guy or that work somewhere else. And last thing I'll say for right now, I'd say this by saying that most women would rather be a rich man's girl than an average man's wife. So, ladies, if there's some women out there watching, comment, make some comments. I got more, but I don't want to hold up too long.
Right. Okay, all right. That's what's up. Let me ask you this, Rico. So you saying that the average man don't cheat?
I'm not saying that the average man don't cheat, but you have a better opportunity of him not to cheat because he don't have the means to do it. If he's young, if he's young, he's more than likely going to cheat anyway. But if that man has money and he's young, he's going to cheat. I'm not talking about necessarily us because, we're older. Most of the time, men, we don't have a whole lot of energy to be doing all that. And we don't have time for all that. So we make a choice. I'm talking about the young people. So it's not just a choice. I feel like we're hardwired to do it. Ladies, I ask you this. How many men you been with that didn't cheat when you were young or even as you got older? Most of you, every man you had cheated on you. That should tell you something. We are hardwired to do that, and even more so when we are younger. We make better decisions as we get older because testosterone levels go down. Would you like me to go into that? Or you want me to hold off on the testosterone?
Yeah, hold on a second, because we got to get to 7. But I'm gonna say this one here. You was talking about we old. Shit, Daddy Doe looking at you like shit. I ain't fucking old. Shit, he already said he
when I say old, I don't mean we like ancient. I'm saying, but you get 35, 40 years old. Man, you know what I'm saying? All of that crap get played out. Eventually, you gonna want to be with just one is fine. But when we're in our 20s and early 30s, ladies, I just say, look, unless you're willing to deal with it, just don't get in a relationship. Because young men are gonna hang that meat to other women. I'm sorry. They just
all righty. Let's go up here to 7. 7, what's up? What you got on what's been said?
I mean, I completely agree with what everybody is saying on here. Rico is absolutely right. A lot of women don't understand that a lot of men cheat because of something that they're not getting. So I feel like I'm not gonna get something, I can go somewhere else. But a man's job is he's a hunter. You know what I'm saying? So a motherfucker gonna finesse. If you got the gift of gab, you talk a motherfucker out them panties. It's just nature. It's in you. You know what I'm saying? You can start a conversation. And you know what's crazy? Because most women think just a man can say hello is flirting these days. So it really don't even take that much for a woman to think that you flirting with her. Hey, wait, what's my man's name with the red hat down here again?
Daddy Doe.
No, Daddy Doe.
Daddy Doe. Daddy Doe, yeah, Daddy Doe he was absolutely correct too. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might need more than one shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but that's been happening since biblical times. You know what I'm saying? This shit old, but it's also written that women had a flock of dudes too. Some women had that. You know what I'm saying? It go both ways. Me personally, I feel as where I'm at in my life, having more than one woman is strenuous because you got to deal with the mentality of one woman. So that is draining if you don't understand how she thinking, and then you add another woman's mind to it. That's a lot of emotions to be dealing with, man. I mean, you could deal with a lot of women if you don't give a fuck about their mind state. You know what I'm saying? If you just hit it and then you don't care about what's coming out of their mouth or their mind, but if you truly care about that mind, there's a lot to take in, especially if you already got stuff in your mind and you're worried about how she's feeling and you're thinking about how she's thinking and you want to help her get her mind right. You want to get your mind right. It's a lot, you know what I'm saying, to take in energetically. So,
okay, I think
too much, man. At some time, you know what I'm saying? At some point.
All right, what's up, Daddy Doe?
Oh, what was bro name again that started with the R?
Rico.
Rico, yeah. Now I feel what Rico's saying, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel exactly what Rico was saying, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, what I will say, when I was younger, I was the type of cat and I'm still that same type of cat. Because I just got one real thing. Mama, y'all still that type of cat. when I say what I'm saying, y'all usually get you understand what I'm saying. Poke know me in real life, so Poke know I'm for real with this shit. But that's my number one rule. Say, look, mama, all you gotta do is do what a woman's supposed to do. Do what a woman's supposed to do, and you ain't gonna have no problems out me. But now when I see you on that bullshit, then I'm gonna get on that bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Like hey, I can be with one female. We can chill. You know what I'm saying? But hey, once I see, I'll say, okay, this shit moving a different direction, and I speak on that shit, and they don't get better. You know, yeah, it's time. It's time. Goddamn me, you got the bad yippee yippee.
All right, I'm gonna come to Big Poke next, but I'm gonna say this here. So, Seven mentioned, talking about their panties, or talking about that, because you got that game or got that conversation. So, do we really have the game, or is she just really just wanting to go and give it up to us anyway? Are we really talking all that? Because I mean, the choice is hers. Because if you take it, you're going to jail. So, do we really have game, or she just really just wanted to give it to us?
Hell yeah! I done seen some ugly niggas pull some bad women, man. Some women want it, and some women, man, if the nigga game tight, she don't even got a choice, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all a mental thing for women. So if you attracting them mentally, they gonna go, man.
All right. And the last question before, not the last question, the last deal before I go to Big Poke, because I know you got a comment. So, Daddy Dope, so if you got one, but you say sometimes you need more than one. So my question is, do we let the one we with know, hey, look, I got to have more than one woman? Do we let them know right up front? Or do we go on and get all we can, and then we go and slip in there?
Shit, no, she gonna find out when she need to find out. She gonna find out when she need to find out.
Good answer.
You know what I'm saying? She gonna find out when she need to find out. Because what I'm gonna let her know first is, hey, the situation. Hey, this is the situation. Goddamn me, and I don't like the way it moves. Now, hey, now if that situation don't get fixed, okay, man. She'll find out down the line.
All right. Poke Dog, what you got? What's up?
All right, I got a few things to address, actually. Okay. First off, at the beginning of your announcement, you were saying there'd be some colorful language people shouldn't mind at all. But I know right before we went live, I said the word cotton picking, and y'all acted like it was the most egregious thing you never heard in your life.
Yeah.
Just hadn't heard it in a while.
Just an observation. Just an observation.
Bro,
that's all. Just an observation.
That should be banned. Cotton picking and picnic. Certain words should be banned out of black people's vocabulary, bro. Wow.
Yeah, that was funny.
Just a little observation.
Poke is showing his age.
Now back to a few things that have been said, or first, something that hasn't been addressed. And I got a few points, so if you want to talk about it, please just remember it. So I didn't hear any of you say specifically anything about the husband and wife aspect of it, which I had tried to make sure was separate. Again, I just wanted to point that out. And then I also must diametrically oppose Rico's statement about all men cheating. This is a PSA, public service announcement. Some people do believe in duty. This FYI. I might just be shouting at the birds or something like that, but yeah, I just can't let that stand just freely. All men cheat. Again, I'm trying to be the one that is behaving in good faith. And then also, when it comes to behaviors, I think we are all creatures of habit. So if you were 23 and you had that dog in you, you're gonna be 53 with that dog in you. And the reason I'm saying this is because I got a couple of real life examples of some of my closer associates being very much with dogs in them, and I ain't gonna say they senior citizens, but they damn sure could get an AARP membership.
Not AARP.
yeah. I'm just saying. And then Wizzo, what you had brought up about when it comes to the choosing factor. I think it's a little bit of both, because yes, at the end of the day, the woman has to say yes. Otherwise, we're talking about something illegal. Now, we are hunters, so we do have to have the right bait to make it happen. Like if you're trying to go hunt deer and you bring crawfish with you, probably not gonna have a good day. You know, so you got to have the right bait to catch whatever it is you're after. But when it comes to, at the end of the day, the choice is there at all said and done there. But we do have to have the right juice.
Okay. Before I open it up, I just want to touch on just two things. When you were saying, first, were you through Big Poke?
Yeah, I was good.
Okay. DJ Smooth, appreciate you. Yeah, his camera is frozen. We was trying to get it straight, but he's having a few little issues. But when you said if you're 23 with that dog, when you get 53, you're gonna have that dog. I can't agree with you there. You know, because younger me, yeah, but now, fuck that shit. I got my part. I'm gonna say a little bit more. I'm just kind of letting everybody kind of get on. So, but that I think that goes to some, maybe not all, with that dog at 23, and then the ones at 53. And I don't know how old Daddy Doe is, but shit, he been had that dog at 23, and he still got that motherfucking dog in him. So I don't know.
Really. I don't think it's gonna leave, man. I don't think it's gonna leave. But at the same time, though, I get exactly what you're saying. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a little chick that I deal with, and sometimes they get at the point where, like, say, you know what, bitch, I'm really just ready to stop fucking with you all together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, you know, nigga don't be having time for the extra shit or the bullshit, you know. So I dig what you're saying, but at the same time, I don't think that dog will leave, man. Nah.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
I come up around Granny. You know what I'm talking about? Granny kept some on the back burner if she needed it. So goddamn, you know, Granny told me, hey, you gotta have an A and you gotta have a B, baby.
Right. You know, it then Poke Dog, when you was talking about the husband-wife relationship, you know, I know personally of married couples that's been married for a while, and that dog still hunt with that guy, and he didn't cheat it. But I also know, well, this one is real current, where the woman then went and cheated on the husband. So, you know, in that married couple. So sometimes I think even if you are married, as long as that dog still hunt, or that woman still whatever, maybe not getting whatever, because sometimes she may, I don't know why. I didn't have no women on this cast. I was hoping someone would get in the chat, but I just know as long as that dog still hunting that man, he's gonna some. I'm not gonna say all, but some gonna still get it. But let me see what you got, Rico.
I'm gonna go back to the original topic. I say this, ladies, you don't realize what you're asking for. You would have to be a circus act in order to please one man, especially a younger man, because we are visual creatures. You would have to be a French maid on Monday. By Wednesday, you're gonna have to be I don't know, a Turkish cook. You got to be a freaking a white stripper, and then you could be you on another day. But we get bored easily. I just don't think as a young man can be happy with one, and some older men, like y'all said, can be happy with one woman. I'm not like that. I learned my lesson a while back, and to move on, I'll say this about, I think what was one of your questions you originally asked?
Shit, I did so many, I don't even know.
No, the first question you asked us.
Oh, about something positive or something, a happy moment?
No. You only asked, I think, Daddy Doe and Pokey.
Man, I don't even know shit. I done wrote down some shit and scratched it off already. Moved on. So if you didn't write it down, shit, I don't know.
Okay, then don't worry about it. But I finish with this. Ladies, answer me this. Go in, if your grandparents are still living, go ask your grandpa how many times he cheated on Granny. The problem was that men back then, they took care of each family that they had, and the women didn't complain. And in today's world, women have taken on more of a role. Once they started having to work, they started saying, hey, I can have my own. I don't have to take that. And that's not our culture.
Rico, you can't be giving out family secrets like that.
That's not our culture.
You're gonna mess up some family reunions doing that now.
No, look me. I'm an honest person. You ask me something, don't expect me to tell you what you want to hear. I'm only gonna speak the truth, and I done my research specifically for this. It's all cultural. I read and I found out that the University of Harvard, they done a study in Kenya, tested 88 men, and they found out that men who had multiple wives, their testosterone level, and I quote, was through the roof. They also tested men in Boston who were married, and they said they was in a monogamous relationship. Their testosterone levels are down. If a man's testosterone levels are down, ladies, careful what you ask for, because if his testosterone is low, that thing not gonna stand up and look good for you, and you gonna think, oh, it's me. Yeah, it's you, because you have him by yourself. But a man that's excited, a man that's getting out and doing more, their testosterone levels are higher. I'm telling you, look it up online, ladies. The University of Harvard they tested 88 men. Their testosterone levels were through the roof, and the men in Boston, Massachusetts, where Harvard is actually at, I believe, theirs were low. The University of Michigan, Department of Psychology, Dr. Simon Fraser, he found also in America, men with one partner has low testosterone, and they're more likely to become impotent at an early age. But go ahead.
I believe what he's saying. I believe what he's saying, because I believe it was a study done like that on India or Asian men, like for real. I believe what he's saying.
Right.
I believe that.
I'm gonna say this right here, and then let you finish, and then we need to hit up 7. Ain't no way in the world that I go and tell my girl with them stats that you didn't read off. Yeah, this is what the University of Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Chicago, Illinois, and all them saying that I need more than one woman. She gonna say, well, you better get the fuck up out of here then. So I know I hear the stats and I hear what you're saying, but ain't no way in the world that I don't think any of us on here that has a lady can go and tell her, baby, Rico rolled off the stats. Now, and pull up your pants like you mean that shit.
Hey, I'm not talking about us mature men. I'm not talking about us mature men.
I'm just saying, even the younger cat, which he may not, gonna go and tell his woman that I saw this podcast on Wizzo Talk, and this guy was saying that I need some more women. And then let me touch on one thing, and I need to hit up 7. When you were saying that
I will do it.
She's got to do this, and she's got to do that, and she's got to be all of this, and she got to be all that. Well, you may have some women saying, well, if I'm doing all that, what the fuck is he doing? Or what is he doing? You know, if I got to be cooking in the kitchen with my drawers on and know this and just open like 7-Eleven, she's going to say, well, what does he's got to do? Yeah, go ahead, then we hit up 7.
In that situation, see, men and women are different. We are designed differently. Yes. A woman will be just as fine and happy with that man who she's in love with. She not going to think about nobody else. She going to look at him and smile. Just as happy, like he looked like $1 million. And I'm going to give you one more stat from the University of Michigan Psychology Department. It says, I'm going to read you. I wrote the entire sentence down. The University of Michigan Department of Psychology, they say it's married men have markedly lower testosterone than men with multiple partners. And lastly, the University of Harvard gave it a name. It's called male menopause. That means the meat don't work, ladies. He's not excited enough. He's not stimulated enough. And most of the time he's depressed because he's fighting within himself trying to do the right thing.
That's hilarious.
7, what's
you
up?
Think that's hilarious? I'm going to get back to Mr. Big Poke.
Yeah, 7, what's up?
Hey, man. First things first, women are brainwashed by the enemy and the whole country, right? This whole country, well, I'm gonna put it like this. The whole world has been bamboozled by the pale-skinned man and the lack of culture that they have, that they spread upon the world like poison. So you got to keep in mind this. I'm gonna start with this, right? They tell you that you should only have one woman, but that comes from their culture, right?
Exactly.
But everything that they tell you, everything that they tell us and teach us, right, they do the opposite. So they say that our brown skin is bad while getting tans.
Yep.
Right. They tell us that the way that we talk is ignorant while stealing it. They tell us that what we create is ignorant while stealing everything we've created. Rock and roll, blues, jazz, every fucking thing, hip hop. They steal everything while demonizing us, right? So this is no different. Have y'all ever heard of the Mormons?
Yes.
The Mormons, they believe in having more than one wife, right? what the fuck does the word more mean? If anybody knows, more means to be black, bro. That's what we are. We are Moors.
Yeah.
Scientifically, that's what we are. By definition, we are the Moors, right? So they tell us that we can't do it, and then they adopt the spiritual beliefs that we've had, and they use it as a religion to have more than one wife by demonizing us for having more than one woman. Where if you talk to any woman that has been in a situation where they've had sister wives, all the women I've ever heard speak on that shit have been happy about it. They say, man, if I want to work, I can go to work. I don't have to just take care of the kids. Oh, I can always come home and there'll be a sister who will be taking care of the kids, cooking and all that. And if she want to go to work and I want to stay home, I could do that. And bro, it's like group economics, but we not taught like that, right? We've only been taught to be with one person because this is the way they want it to be. So we cannot multiply as fast. See, the whole thing when it comes to our culture, if you look at all the poison they put in our minds and in our just our black culture all in one, is to keep our numbers low. You know what I'm saying? If you had fucking 3-4 wives, how many kids would you have in that unit? You got to think about that. Because a man can have a lot of children. A woman can only have one child at a time. A nigga can literally keep going busting, and he can have a woman pregnant for every fucking day of the month if you think about it, right?
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. They're doing all this shit is to keep our numbers low. We really got to think about that shit too. Because if you look at the stats, bro, they say black people was only 13% of the population, but white people was only 7% of the population of the world.
Yes.
You know, I'll go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna come to Big Pokey out this. You know, I hear you. I hear the stats. I hear the more. I hear this. I know that it's 2025, and I know that them sisters is not fixing to go for that motherfucking shit. They may be brainwashed and everything like that. And some guys may be, want to go out there. And some guys, I've had guys on the show that has 2 women, and both of them know about one another. So I've had a lady on the show that she has a man and a woman, and both of them know about one another. So there's no secret, there's no hiding right there. But shit, all I know. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just want to say this real quick so Rico can go. So this is the thing, right? If you think back during slavery times, right? Everything that they did during slavery time was to fuck up the mind of the woman. It wasn't to fuck up the mind of the man because they were just killing the dudes, right? And the reason why they fuck up the mind of the woman and not the man is the symbol of strength and unity in the family, right? The woman is the queen, so she gonna hold it down too. But the man is the strength and the unity. He holds it together through rules and stuff like that. So when you think about how they tore the man down to get to the woman's mind because the woman was going to be the one who was going to be first teaching the next generation that they birth, right? So they kill the dudes off so they can show the women how gruesome this shit can be to their children so the women can brainwash the kids. So the women, we really got to get into their mind that everything that they think they know has been given to them by the enemy. It don't matter what you feel, it's what you have to understand and learn through history. Because sometimes your feelings can be an illusion.
I'm gonna come to Big Poke Dog after this, but I hear all that and I agree with some of that. We going back to slavery, but again, I'll say here in 2025, man, them women ain't fixed to even get down with that shit. But let me get with Poke Dog, see what he got, and then we're gonna hit Rico up.
Oh, thank you kindly. So, Rico, I said hilarious. I want to address that because I love the tandem between us when it comes to these topics. That's what was hilarious. I think it makes for good talk shows.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I didn't get upset about it or anything, but cool. I'm glad you. I thought the other way totally.
Yeah. No. I wanted wanted to make sure I got that clarified.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, back to that tandem between us. I agree that testosterone has been markedly declining for decades. I disagree with your reasoning behind it, specifically because, and here we're going to go into a little, New World Order type stuff here, for lack of better words, but the foods, the water supply, the devices that we use, all of these things have been designed to reduce the testosterone in men to make the country weaker so that it's easier to control. The effeminate men that we see nowadays, that's due to like the microplastics that convert themselves into what's the female hormone, the opposite of testosterone?
Estrogen.
Estrogen, yes. Like this has been proven. Like a crazy cat, but like this was like better than 20 years ago. This dude named Alex Jones was on this show saying that they're turning frogs gay.
Turning frogs what?
Gay.
Damn.
This dude named Alex Jones, like 20 years ago, was saying they're turning frogs gay. And he was saying that they're doing it through the chemical process, like testing it out on them, and then they put it in the foods, in the water supply, as a matter of fact, even in the corn, like the GMO corn, like that now they've got that built into it, so that you get the daily dose of estrogen one way or the other.
Feminization of the black man.
So I 100% agree that testosterone is markedly declined, especially the further back you go with the measurements. It's just the reason behind it cannot be that the majority of men need 11 teen women.
11 teen.
That's good.
Okay, that I just like, because especially when we go back and the testosterone was higher, there was more, like us in particular. I think we had the highest marriage rate, like 86% or something like that. The further we go back when we had the numbers, like when they started counting those things, and the testosterone was higher then. And we were definitely more dedicated to each other, even though it was under duress. We were definitely more dedicated to each other.
Yeah.
So that's just, I want to point that out clearly. Like, I agree, testosterone is down 100%. I agree with you on that. Just the reason cannot be that everybody got to have that dog in them.
Right. Okay. So before we go, I'm coming to Daddy Dog. Oh, what you got, 7? Where you from?
Hey, man, I just want to say that the black community has been under attack exclusively for a very long time. So if you think that they not doing shit to keep our testosterone levels down more than any other community, you got to be mentally ill. They put crack in our communities, bro. You know what I'm saying? That fucked up motherfuckers for a very long time. And they put guns and shit in our community. What makes you think that I put shit in our water? In Flint, Michigan, they had lead. You think that one fucking up niggas testosterone and shit?
They trying to kill it.
Right. All this shit they're doing, a lot of this shit is to us exclusively. Yes. Like, we not living in concentration camps that they call ghettos. You feel me?
Yes.
So what we need to do is we need to get out there and get a lot of women pregnant, man. We gotta get our numbers up. Man. I know y'all niggas don't give no fuck about pulling out, so don't motherfuckers play no games, nigga. It feels good to be there.
For president, goddamn me.
Let me
for president, goddamn me.
Hold on, Rico. Let me say this right quick to anyone out there that's watching now, whether you're watching the live or catching the replay. I appreciate you subscribe to my YouTube channel. The link is in the description or scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I appreciate your support. And remember, it's absolutely free, 100% free to like, share, and subscribe. So let me come back down here to Daddy Dog, see what's up, what he got up on it. Any comments on this thing?
Man, shit, 7 for president, goddamn me. 7 for president.
Okay, all right. I will come to you next, Rico, but let me say this. Okay. So there's at our age, I don't know how long old everyone is, but I know everybody's over 30. There's no more new pussy. There's no new pussy out there. So what are you trying to accomplish? You go over there, you got your lady at home, she's taking care of you, she's open like 7-Eleven. She's there for you, she's cooking your breakfast or whatever in the bikini and the thong, she's doing all this shit, she's sucking dick, she's doing everything. But yet you see old sugar mama over there, and she got the damn panties all up in her pussy, and the ass sticking all out, and nipples all out, which you know what she's trying to do anyway. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, there's no more new pussy. The pussy is not yours. It's just your turn. So I'm just wondering, why mess up what you have at home to go over there to that? I'm not gonna say. I'm not to that woman that's dressed sleazy and shit like that. I mean, I just don't understand that and see that. So, what's the point in that? But y'all can put a pin in there because I need to make sure Rico has something he had to go and say. What's up there, Diane? Appreciate you tapping in. What you saying? Oh my gosh, for you know me, I just keep that real. That's the only way I know how to say it. My vocabulary is limited. So Rico, what's up with your numbers?
I'm going to speak on a little bit of what Seven said. Religion was and is currently used to keep our families apart. I have this to ask the ladies: what has anything that they given us in slavery or in the world today they given us that benefited us? That those beliefs was given to our ancestors during slavery. What good things did they do then? And what good things do they do now? None. Nothing. Them people, all they want to do is to keep us apart because we are breeders. The country of Japan want to play black men $40,000, give them a house and a stipend to come and live there because their population is decreasing because of the rules they had way back in the day that women can only have one child. They want to pay black men because we are $40,000 just to go over there for that. We are not like those people. We're not like those people. They are nowhere near like us. We are these, and y'all, black women, black men, we are the superior humans. Matter of fact, we are the only humans, or Homo sapiens, or I will say. Since 1999, we in our community has had what's called a negative birth rate. That means it's more people dying than babies are being born, which is what they want. That's 26 years. They are slowly killing us off. And by coming to the woman and empowering the woman, telling her, I don't need a man and I don't need this, you're going to go out looking for that tall, over 6 foot man to make over 6 figures. When if you go on Google and you type in delusional female calculator and you put in those numbers, it's going to, you in our community, you're going to come up with a 0.01%. You're going to get a man that make that. Oh, I done some research for this one because I expected some ladies to be on here. But oh, okay, go ahead. I have a question for Pokey.
I didn't have any ladies. I didn't ask any ladies to come on at this time. But go ahead, Rico.
I have a question for Pokey. Like you said earlier that that was you didn't agree with me and Seven and Daddy Doe over there. But I ask you this: when you was younger, did you ever cheat on a woman?
No.
Okay, I'm
gonna say raised like that. Okay, then. Well, my bad, man. Look, if he telling the truth.
I'm from East Texas, so I was raised in the country and very, very religiously, as you may be able to gather. So, the key factor is when you say cheat, because that would mean I lied or deceived or wasn't honest in some type of way, and that there is something that I try my best not to do. So, have I had multiple relations with women at the same time? Yes, but they were clear that that's how I got down at that time.
Okay, I can respect that. Dang, it was something it was another thing. I do believe that honesty is always best, because in my early 20s, I learned that if you just be honest with a woman and give her the option to choose you with your faults or tell you no, most of them go, if they like what that was what y'all was talking about, whether the woman want you or you just talked her out of it. You can do both, but most of the time she wanted you. She wouldn't have given you her number if you wasn't what they call fuckable, or I just would say it like that, because if you're not, they're not going to give you their phone number. No one, and the unless it's one of their gay friends or somebody, you'll know if she wants you or not. She gonna smile. Once y'all smile at a man, ladies, and you reach out and say, "Oh, you so funny," and touch his arm, most of us know that means you game, you ready, because you, by touching a man, you have given him the basically saying you can touch me now, because that's the way we take it. So y'all put yourselves in these situations, like I say.
All right. So let me address this. So to the viewers out there, y'all see I posted some comments on the screen. I appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate the comments. Rico, $40,000. Was it 40? So if I go and tell my girl, baby, they give me $40,000 for me to go over there and wherever it was, if I can go over there and fuck some of these other girls, you gonna be okay till I get back? She gonna say, you out your motherfucking mind. You better stay over there. So I hear what y'all saying. I hear the research. I hear the numbers. I hear the study. But I'm talking about what's really going down. If it ain't happening in this day and time. And Rico, not Rico. I'm gonna come back to you, Daddy. Though, Poke Dog, I hear what you're saying when you was, that's why you're saying not all men, and I don't think any of us can speak for all men or any of us can speak for all women, but I think in the end, it's that woman's choice to pull them panties down and slide them over to the side and let that meat get in there. No matter how much kind of words we have or how much kind of whatever it is, I think she may want some of that just as bad as us and making us think we getting there. But let me go with the Daddy Dope, and then everybody can kind of work our way around. What's up, Daddy?
You gotta lay that blueprint out better. You can't just say 40,000 and not go real fuck. You gotta make the picture look way better. And shit, Rico, how long you gotta stay out there for the 40 band?
Hey, I don't know. Hey, but look, any of y'all can go look it up. It was on the news. Go look it up. Go Google it. It's true.
Yeah, we're not down.
I heard that, but I ain't know that shit was just really real. I did hear that shit, but I ain't know it was real.
Check this out. So Diane is saying, no, sir. Just because you get the digits, don't mean you get the game.
Look, I wanted to address her. We're talking about young people, Diane, not older, mature people. You would have had to. I don't know how long you've been watching, but we're talking about young people.
Okay. That's what's
well, I was anyway.
Right. But now, from my experience, young or old, goddamn, if female gonna give you that side eye, and she already knows she want to give you that ass or not.
And she don't care if you got another woman, right?
Yeah, man, say, man.
Hey, a lot of men don't even believe that. Some men believe that they went to the club and talked the woman out of it. No, she wanted you from the time you walked up to her. She just gonna make it seem like you talked to her.
You probably said something that made it sound good. Goddamn.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
So the way it seems like we right here, we kind of a little split. We're talking about, it takes a real man to realize that one woman is enough. And
I don't believe that.
Get out that real man, because as Poke Dog was saying, bring it in married and stuff like that. So, this title is just something I created. We're not limited to that title. I have to have something to get us started with. That's why here on Wizzo Talk, we may start one place and we'll be all over the fucking place. So that way, if you leave, you're going to miss something. Because we're not supposed to just stay there. That's just a little guide right there to go by. But let me ask y'all this. Excuse me. Let me clear my throat. So I'm just going to say, fellas, was there ever a moment, in your life where you just sit back and say, I don't need the streets. I just need her and I'm done. So that's leading back to that one woman. So is there a point to where you're saying, fuck the streets? She gave me everything I want, everything I need. I mean, we travel together. She's open like 7-Eleven. She's washing my back. I'm doing this for her. That's all I need. I don't need the streets. Let me start with Big Poke Dog right up there. So, has that time came, Poke?
I've been married for better than 20 years, so I'd say yeah.
Okay. You better say yeah.
Look, his wife sitting there watching.
He'll be out there with that dog.
She got a gun in her lap next to him, man.
So in other words, Pope, that dog stopped hunting over 20 years ago. That dog don't hunt no more. He just look and keep on rolling, right?
So yeah, I'm a dutiful person. I do believe that duty matters, and when it's not just the woman, but you said that in front of the Creator that you would do this. Therefore, it's real serious to me. Like that's what that's about. Like again, I talk about duty a lot because it means something to me, sincerely. And I must speak though, Wizzo, because maybe you know your algorithm is a little more streamlined than it should be, but there's a lot of poly movement going on in the world nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I get what you're saying when it comes to our generation. Like the majority of the women, I would say, would not be down for this conversation, especially the way Rico's leading it. But there is some truth into it being very feasible and plausible and probable if you are that dude. Like the 666, you know, 6 foot, 6 figures, bigger than 6 inches, you know, like you rock it with them 3 things and you got a little bit of game on you, you can make something happen real easy. Like,
I don't know if the Department of Labor and Statistics know about how long their meat is. I'm sorry.
So, Seb, what you got, Seb?
Man, they going, bro. It's all about how you talk to them. And at the end of the day, like I said, we got to get our numbers up. The women who think that they don't need no men, where the world is now, and where it's about to get even worse, y'all gonna need a man. Mm-hmm. And the thing about all this shit is there ain't enough men for every woman. So y'all might be complaining now about niggas having multiple women, but when all this shit crash and these women start needing men to protect them, and we got a tribe up, a bunch of women gonna be circling around motherfucking certain dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that women can't protect themselves, because women like Diane, they know the kung fu and all that shit. But the thing is this, man. I don't give no fuck what kind of woman you is. If a nigga is stronger than you, that shit ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? You still gonna have to tribe up around a man somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Women need to get that shit out their mind. They don't need men. We need each other.
Yes.
And that's the gist of it all, bro. We need each other. So man, we need to get out there, and brothers, y'all need to stop pulling out, man. Let's make these babies happen, man.
Hey,
we really gotta build our army up, though. I'm saying, because
real time.
White people out there, they be trying to have more kids. You ain't never heard a black motherfucker say, "We've been trying for a baby."
Nope.
You hear white niggas say that shit though. We've been trying for 10 years. A black dude to get in that shit one time and pull out, and then she's still pregnant. We need to be on that, man.
Hey, actually, since you said that, it was another study, I can't remember where it's at, that the reason they're like Trump and what's the VP name, whatever his name is, and they're all talking about we want to have more white babies, it's because the men are pretty much going sterile by the time they turn 35 years old. They're going sterile at very young ages. At a very young age. We go ahead.
No, I want to say this, but I don't know if it's a fact behind this, but I think a lot of the white people can't have kids because the white boys, they be jagging off with each other at a young age. Nigga, they be circle jerking. Nigga. I seen white dudes talk about this shit on the internet. They be like, bro, have you just jagged off in the room with your boy? And black dudes looking at them like, nigga, what the fuck is happening with this shit, nigga? Jagging off on crackers and whoever bust glass eats it. Nigga, I seen that they was talking about that shit, nigga. This is why white people don't even need to be having no more motherfucking kids. If they kids doing shit like this alone, let them go, man. Let God have it.
Go ahead, Rico, finish up.
Hey, I've been talking like this since I was in high school. And in high school and college and throughout my over 20 years in the military, I used to talk like this to women. And I used to tell those young women at the time that if you don't change your way of thinking, you're going to be old and lonely. Now, I say that to say this. All of those friends that I met, I bring that up from time to time. Well, I haven't in a few years because they started getting really mad at me. Because I told them, you still never change your thought. What did I say to you when we was 20, 19? You'd be old and lonely. And they're all old and lonely. They are all old and lonely. And 7 was exactly right. We need to start having more babies. I'm not saying you got to go out there and have all those women like that, like 8 or 11 teen women, like but another study was done that, and this is not just black people, but it's going to be lower in our communities, that by the year 2040, 50% of women will be single because it's not enough men for the women. And in our communities, think about this. I saw another study. It says this: when you take away all the black men that's in prison, all the black men that's gay now, and all the black men that's being killed off either by us or by the police, there are 6.1 black men for every 100 women. We will be a dying species. We are a dying species, actually, because of that. This means if every black man had a woman, there would be 94% of our women wouldn't be able to procreate. And that's where we at today.
So let me ask you this, then, Rico. So according to the numbers and to the study, so you're saying that, hey, we need to be out there, we need to be getting with more women. Regardless whether what our women say or not, we need to be getting out there because everyone knows that it's way more women now than it is men. So you're saying, hey, the numbers is showing this. So we got to get out there and tell them, because I keep going back to, I hear the numbers, I hear the study, I hear 7 point, but I'm talking 2025. If I'm with my woman now and I play this video and she listening to all these numbers that you giving and this 7 giving, Daddy Doe giving, saying, shit, I got to have me 2 of them motherfuckers, because one of them get out the way, I got to get another one. What is she going to say to me? So I'm saying, so walk me through that.
See, again, I guess I'll say this after the time. I'm talking about younger women, younger men, because by 2040, I'll be 65. Right. Hell, I might not even want one woman by then. So
if that dog still hunt, you gonna it's possible.
But I'm talking about, I'm only speaking to the younger people, the people who can have babies. I can have a child, but I don't want no more. I have 9 already. I done my part 7. So leave me alone. I don't want any more children. But I'm only talking to the younger people because I want to empower our people. And if they continue this mindset, if 94% of our women don't have a man and every man was just with one woman, hell, by 2060, there won't be any more black people. And that is exactly what they want.
So I hear that. And then I'll let someone else wind up saying something after this. I hear all that, but let me, I have this little that I wrote down right here. If you could pull up a chair and talk to your younger self, or even these young guys out here, what would you say to them about a real man and the value of having one woman? And you can kind of break that real man however you want, but that's just kind of what I had in my notes. So it sounds like you're going to say, hey, don't worry about no one woman. You need to get out there and have as many kids as you can. You need to get out there and lay that pipe. But now we also got to think about diseases. HDD, CST, CFG, HIJK, LMNP, and she ain't gonna want to swallow all them motherfuckers like that. So I'm just saying, what I'm gonna ask Rico and then somebody else.
Okay.
What are you gonna say to that younger guy about trying to teach him, or that younger you, about the value of having one woman? Are we gonna teach him, look, you don't need no one woman. A man is put here to be with multiple women. What are you gonna tell somebody young, one of these young cats like that?
I have a son who just graduated high school, and I actually talked to him about this exact thing. And I always tell him to be honest with girls, but I also tell him, do not get in a relationship with any one woman. Be honest with them, tell them the truth. Don't try to have just a one. I always keep them as an associate, because you're going to mess with multiple women. So don't do that to a woman. Just be honest with her and say, hey, I'm not trying to have a relationship because of this, and this. I told him, he could even tell him I told him that, because I know I see what he do now. He has multiple women now, and I won't say he has multiple women. I'll say he has multiple associates. And he doing what I told him. He's being honest with them and keeping them at a distance, which he said that makes them want me more. I say that's fine, but you're being honest with them and you can't hurt them.
All right, who got something on that?
Man, I'm gonna tell a youngster to live this life how he want to live his life. If one woman make you happy, then that's what you do. At the same time, if you a man and you a boss or in a boss position or you headed to be a boss, it's gotta be more than one woman. You might not even be, you know, I mean, you might have a relationship with the chick, y'all might not even have sexual intercourse. But at the same time, y'all just do business together, y'all cool, blah, 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 blah. That's
I'm
still
sorry.
another
I'm not
female that you mess with that you spend your time with. You can say you
I'm
can't
looking at the
you
comments.
cannot
Sorry, Daddy, though.
but it's like this. I know Poke. Poke has ever since I known Poke, he had one chick. Folk has been around me, I don't know how many times, and with some bad bitches been around. And I've never seen Poke side-eyed look like, damn, I want mine. I don't get it. Man, say, man, if you find that one tree, hey, you stick by it, man. But hey, I say, man, have yourself some options, man. Have what you want and what you like. Because if not, you're going to get to a certain age. You're going to get up there in your 40s and 50s. And you and that one woman that you've been with for fucking ever, y'all might not be seeing eye to eye. Now what you doing? You sitting there long list for? Nah, man, you better have you somebody.
Already. I'm going to come to 7, but 7, let me say this. First, I got to say, Mark,
back.
Mark, that's what I was laughing about.
Mark, you been gone and shit. You tripping, Mark. Your ass didn't miss about 10 goddamn podcasts. You need to quit tripping, man. I know you getting that notification, so you need to quit tripping with that shit and keep on.
Daddy Doe don't know Mark.
We glad to have you back up here, Mark. No, Daddy Doe is the first time on here. But anyway, welcome back, Mark.
That's
7,
what we was laughing about.
7, what's up?
That's what I was laughing about. I know Rico was laughing about that shit too.
Yeah.
As soon as I seen Mark name popping that bitch, I'm like, he's back live, baby. Mark is back, baby.
Hey, Daddy Doe, Mark, get the clowning in the comments.
Hey, that shit funny as hell.
Yeah.
Say, I feel what he's saying though. Man, don't give up they see, man. But I'm trying to say, I feel what he's saying right now.
Hey, what I'm about to say is gonna go right against what he's talking about though, bro. Because see, we've been stuck in this mode where we think giving our seed up is the power, right? We think we're giving up our power when really we're creating new generations of power.
Mm-hmm.
White dudes don't be thinking they giving up their power and they be fucking with their women. They raising their kids to shoot weapons and shit. We gotta stop thinking what we being taught. Yeah, we're giving up some power, but we're making way more power. Especially if you teaching your kids the shit you know. And I'm gonna say, hey, before Daddy jump back in, this is what I want to say too. Older men need to keep having kids because you're gonna be given that wisdom. What you learn throughout your lifetime, it goes into your semen, dog. That wisdom is gonna go into making a new person. All you gotta do is help them unlock it even more. You're not giving them the power. That's why even in the old times, niggas was having babies when they was motherfucking 50, 60. Giving that wisdom, dog. You can't just let all the young men have it because a lot of the young men is gonna give their children the foolish mentalities. These women, they give their children one thing, but older, wiser fathers give children a lot more. That's why you find way more balanced children when they're around their grandfathers and grandmothers because they giving them the real wisdom. Mm-hmm. So even when you having the children, don't stop just because you old. Shit, fuck it. If you got one when you motherfucking 65, nigga, that's how I go. Your body still can make it. You can still do it.
Let me come to Daddy Doe. But before you go, Daddy Doe, and then after that, I need to hit up Pokey. I'm gonna say this. I'm in my late 50s. I'm not having no more goddamn kids.
Y'all just getting like money wise though.
Yeah. I'm just saying that I'm ready to be gone. I'm ready to move around. I'm ready to travel. I ain't ready to change no Pampers. I probably put them motherfuckers on backwards. If I was to mess with a younger girl, which I'm not, I mean, the only thing she'll be good for me for is her neck, because I'm not trying to let nothing go up off in there where they can swim upstream. But let me come to Daddy Doe, and then we need to hit up Pokey.
Say, it's great. It's crazy that y'all saying this shit, talking about this, bro. Because on everything I love, today while I was at work, I was walking. I said, "God damn it, but I need to have me another one."
Hell yeah, bro! Look how wise you are, though.
Real talk. Cause look, bro, I just got one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have him till I hit 35. At first, I thought I couldn't have a kid. I would shoot missiles around this motherfucker. So I thought I could have none. I ended up having one at 35, bro. Like, and what I think about is I just got a son, and we are the only men with my last name. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nobody else with that last name. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, we need a tribe coming behind this.
Yeah.
Like,
Because see, what if something happened to your son or something
nah,
happened
for
to you,
real,
you
bro.
need more
Yeah,
people
for
to
real,
spread
bro.
that blood, bro.
Nah, for
We
real, bro. We
Delta
need a
Brown.
tribe coming behind there, like for real.
Yeah, I hear all
At
that.
the
Let
same
me.
time,
Oh,
but
my
at the
bad.
same time, I understand what Mark's saying too about letting that seed go and your power, for the simple fact how females just think just because they had that baby, that baby supposed to be with them, need to be with them. They, you know, they are off top the custodial parent and all this shit. Like, I understand what he's saying. Like, you know, you gotta play that game if you get. That's why you gotta have your motherfucker that head gotta be right.
Yeah.
Motherfucker head gotta be right when they can't raise a child with their feelings. You know what I'm
Neck got to be right too. Pope, what's up, Pope?
saying? Shit, hey, if that right there, right, that neck
Well,
right.
Pokey sound like Santa Claus.
That neck what to do.
Sound like Santa Claus when he laughed in.
All right, Pope, what you got? We I know you got some notes. What you got, Pope?
yeah. So when it comes to the specific relationship part of it, I want to make sure I'm clear on that. Like, because that's why I said at the beginning, like, I'm talking in good faith. Like, I'm speaking about being honest and upfront, and like, especially if we're talking about the covenant of marriage. Like, how I was raised, for instance, like just with those old school sage sayings, like, a man can build 1,000 houses, but it takes a woman to make it a home. Like, these are the types of things that I was raised with, and this saying, one saying, speaks to the power that is a man when it said that man can build 1,000 houses, but you need 1,000 women to make sure each one of those is a home. Now, this is
You say you need 1,000 women to
because
make
that
sure.
one man has built 1,000 houses, but each one of those houses won't be a home until there's a woman in it.
You ain't never heard of a maid? You know that maid. You know that maid. You know that maid go around in different houses, right? A woman that's a maid,
tried
but
to
she go
beat
around in
that.
different houses, right? I'm just.
God damn.
I tried to beat that. I tried to beat that by saying I'm talking in good faith.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
my bad. You about to say something?
I was trying to see what he threw. I think he threw.
Oh, okay.
And Rico, I'm gonna come to you. And I hear you folks talking in good faith, and it's still you got the ones out there that's gonna say fuck that faith. They ain't on that level. They finna try to lay that seed as much as they can, as long as they can. And some of them not thinking about no STD. If that woman let that man go up in there bare, he's gonna go up in there bare. He's not gonna think about the consequences later, and he's gonna probably have a girlfriend and take some of that shit home to his girlfriend if she burning hot. She may not be, but I'm just saying you don't know, because a lot of times the woman are the last to know. The man is the first to know. So, Rico, what are you trying to say? I got you, Sam. Let me see what Rico had.
It's with that. I believe with that it goes to this. Most of us at that age, when we teenagers, we young and stupid, and we go by what we see. It's a culture. I take me for example. All I seen was my uncles with multiple women when I was a child. That's all I seen, and it was one. He brought so many women around. Hell, I forgot which one was his wife. That's how bad it was. That's how bad it was. And if any of my family watching, they know which uncle I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say his name, but y'all know he brought them to the reunions. He brought them to his parents' house. All of the above. And 7 is exactly right. There are power in numbers. Whether them small fish in the sea that make a ball in order to try to survive, or you got the zebras and the antelopes in Africa. The more there are, the less the lion can kill you. You see what I'm saying? And you can produce more and more and more, and you continue to live on. But I'm not talking about us, because I don't want any more kids. I don't need all that. But I'm talking about these young people out here. And I would say either get tested or don't be stupid and keep running in all of them bare, naked. Go get tested, and then you can do that, and you can spread your seed. But it's a lot worse things out there than a baby. Like today, like man, it's crazy. So,
no doubt. So I'm gonna. Oh yeah, go
I'm
ahead,
done.
Rico. Okay,
No,
I'm gonna say this to all our guests that's watching here. I appreciate the comments. Y'all keep them coming in. We appreciate it. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, the link is in the description or it's strolling across the bottom of the screen. Also, I appreciate it if you share it. It's free to share it, like, share, and subscribe. So subscribe, because if you're not watching it, somebody else might like to check it on out. Here on Wizzo Talk, you never know what you're going to get. We come up with multiple topics. It's uncut, unedited, unscripted, unrehearsed, all that unshit, all in one time. So I just want to put that out there. So I appreciate all y'all support. Let me come to 7, and then I got another question I want to ask. 7, go ahead.
Hey man, I'm gonna address a few things that's really crazy. First, Mark said Ali and Tyson and Warriors are old, never spilled their seed before battle. One, we not talking about a battle right now. We talking about getting our numbers up for the battle. So I don't give a fuck about any of that other shit, man. Nut in them. 2,
Damn.
he said a man who gets STD probably doesn't have a father in his life. That's dumb as fuck, nigga, because you can have a father in your life and your kids still do whatever the fuck they want to do. You don't know the pussy got nothing in it. What the fuck does that even mean? That's crazy.
White though. That white.
Now, 3, bro, listen, man. My man Rico said there's way worse things than STDs. You know what I'm saying? Or babies. My bad. The thing is this. Y'all niggas don't even know the poison they put in the condoms while you putting your dick in the condoms. You think all that powdery shit is for your health? That shit kills semen, but it do shit to you too. It poisons you. It's just like sunscreen, nigga. They teach you that shit good for you. They just found out a sunscreen been killing niggas, man. Condoms kill niggas too. Do your research. That shit they put inside them condoms fuck you up genetically, man. You think that they don't use that shit as some type of biological weapon? They white people, nigga. They've been poisoning us since the Trail of Tears, dog. Since they gave us smallpox on blankets. Since they was giving niggas they was giving niggas diseases in the military. They was testing shit out on motherfucking black people. I don't give a fuck what no white person say. I'm not listening to them niggas, dog. Bro, listen, vet them. If you're not checking for a woman health anyway, motherfucker, you don't even need to be fucking with her. If you think she's sick, nigga, you need to be paying attention to her body anyway if you're gonna be in it. Once you go inside another person's body, their body is your body, nigga. Your body is one. So if you're not checking up on a motherfucking health that you fucking, then you stupid as hell. That's just common sense. You feel me? But like I said, bro, hey, we need to be having more kids. The battle ain't started all the way yet. We need to get the numbers up, busting these hoes, man. We need to get our numbers up, man.
Yeah.
Fuck with Mark.
So sound like 7 just gave you a welcome back, Mark. Shit, goddamn 7.
Right? Ain't that with all that craziness as you?
People who talk numbers are childish. Bro, the white people getting their numbers up in silence. They ain't not trying to talk about it, because if white people talk about their numbers, we'll know their numbers low. That's why they start calling everybody else white who they never deemed white before, nigga. Y'all never thought the Irish was white. Y'all never thought the Italians was white. Y'all never thought the Polish, the Germans. Y'all never called none of the niggas white till y'all numbers start getting low as fuck. So, hey, y'all ain't gonna talk no numbers. Y'all scared to let us know what the truth is.
And you hate us because you got them little meats.
Let me let PM do his intro right here, guys. So y'all hold up, then I will ask another question. PM, welcome aboard. Go on, get that intro, baby.
What up, fellas? What up, y'all? What up, chat? Hey, man, it's your boy P with the PM Lifestyle Podcast, man. Want to thank Wizzo for having me on again. You know what I mean? What's up, Rico? I see 7 in the building.
What's going on?
Man, you look frozen up there, Big Pokey. What's up, bro?
I am.
Poke been froze the whole game.
Email,
can't move not once.
Email Poke some bandwidth. Let's get him back here. What's up, fellas, man? I appreciate y'all having me on. I've been watching, man, for a little minute, for the past 30 minutes.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. We appreciate you. Daddy Doe, you know PM?
No, sir. No, sir. What's happening, boss? You all
Nice
right?
to meet you, brother. Yes, sir.
All right, yeah, that's what's up. You'll get to know him because that's who I was talking about earlier when I was telling you about his podcast. I sent you the link and everything to his podcast.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, he the one telling us to grow up. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Stay live.
I don't want to grow up. I want to be a Tarzan kid.
So let me ask this question. But first, let me come to PM. So he's been listening. Let's see. I know he got a little catch up, so I ain't gonna ask my question yet. PM, while you was listening in the background, what you got to throw out there?
Man, look, I hear 7 would populate the world, but I just had my granddaughter and my youngest daughter and one of my oldest daughters over the house this past weekend. I ain't having no more kids, man.
I know
Good
that's right.
answer.
No.
Still sleepy.
So let me ask you this then.
Yes,
First,
sir.
I saw the video, I think, where the girls were saying, Daddy got us letting us do the podcast or something, right?
Mhm.
So since you're not having no more kids, so that either means you using condoms or they swallowing it. So
Oh
what's that?
no, man. Hold up.
Oh,
I'll be John Brown.
It's
Hey,
one
he's
thing.
shooting them
Hold
on their
Rizzo.
stomach.
It's another thing. You got to be perfect in your selection.
okay,
And all that
okay,
down there, you
yeah,
got to be.
okay.
You can go shoot up the shooting range all day. It's broken. I got a certain qualification, man. You can't have no kids, and you can't be able to have any kids.
Okay.
That means you in
Oh, wow.
a certain age bracket with me. Period. Off top. You know what I mean? But nah, man, I ain't trying to have no kids, and I ain't. To answer your question, I'm trying to find one good one. You know what I mean? They hard to
Right.
find out there.
Okay, that's what's up.
Trying to find me one good one, a half of one or something, midget.
Okay, well, shit. Midget good. Shit. Hey, that thing pink inside that midget. So let me ask this question right here. So why do you think choosing to love and be loyal to one woman is so hard? I mean, what's so hard about, you got that one. Now I know already from the way we've been talking, I know where everybody kind of stand.
Mhm.
So why is it so hard to choose love to be with and loyalty with one woman? What's what makes that so hard? PM,
Oh
what's
man,
up?
only because it's an option. See, and it's on your own merit. So whether
Mhm.
you want to be faithful to this person, you have that option to be faithful to that person, or you want to be, you know what I mean, out there testing the water at every pool. You know what I'm saying? Like it's an option. And I think that it also depends on, you know, how where a young man is as far as his growth as a man. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, hey, everything getting shot at, shot, shoot, thrown, speared, bowling ball,
Right.
BB gun, whatever it was. That's because I'm coming out and I'm fresh out there for the kill. I'm on the hunt. And then the women wasn't making it no easier either anyway, because they developing in that part too. But now I guess in this day and age, you might want to lock you down one good one. You know what I mean? You should at a certain age have found you one good woman at this point. Because ain't nobody really ready for nobody in the early age. Nobody.
I agree with that. Poke dog, what's up with that? What's up?
No, well, not too much to disagree with what P said there. It is an option, it's a choice. Now, I will say that it's a test as well, because like if you're asking me have I ever saw another woman that's attractive and thought lustfully about her, then yes, I have, but I wouldn't act on that. And I think that's the part where he's saying that's that option, it's that choice. Now, we still have to factor in though, like, because I'll bring it back. If you are capable, then yes, you can have multiple women. Now, and that to me means we're knocking out the actual covenant of marriage, but it is still something that can happen.
Okay. Let me come to Rico. You know, why do you think choosing to love and be loyal to one woman is so hard?
It's because as a young man, we are very visual creatures. Like we said earlier, we see something we like and we want it. I was just jotting down the notes. It's because just like Seven always say, we are hunters. Most can't even control it. And the truth is, when we're young men, and some old that's still out there, as he say hunting, as Wizzo say hunting, you won't feel bad. I know when I was a young person in high school or in my early 20s, and I had a woman, I didn't feel bad about it until I came and I said, "Oh man, I shouldn't have done that." Because as soon as we go, that woman we don't love, tell the truth, y'all. If y'all haven't been out there, as soon as we get off, we want to leave or figure out a way to get away from her. I'm not talking about us. Maybe some people are still like that. I'm not, but young men, I truly believe. I go back to when I was a child or a young man, that you can't help it. Because we see a fine woman, all we do is lock in all of that stuff. Just like animals, we want what we see. To us, we're in heat at that moment. We want to mount you. I'm just using animal metaphors and stuff like that. But that's my opinion. I'm not talking about us older men, and maybe like Daddy Doe said, maybe mature men like us do it too. But young men, I just don't believe they can control it, and that's why I told my son what I told him.
I don't think some of us older cats can control it. I think as long as that dog still hunt, we gonna go out there and lay that meat. But let me go and hit up Daddy Doe, see what's up with it. Why do you think choosing to love, so the one to love is so loyal, whatever the fuck I said. I forgot what the fuck.
I mean, for me, I don't think that's hard for me. I'm speaking for myself. Like I don't feel like that's hard. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, like I say, I'm the type of person. I'm a relationship person. Like I'd rather, just one. At the same time, once she get on that bullshit, now I gotta have me another. I mean, you know what? Like I had a chick. I'm telling you, I had a chick. You know what I'm saying? We good. Everything copacetic. Until she called my mama and told my mama I was selling crack. Bitch, I can't fuck with you no more. What? I can't fuck with you no. Like I can fuck with you, but I can't fuck with you like that. You know what I'm saying? So now I gotta have me.
You mean to tell me she called the other popo on you?
And look, that was my whole thing. Bitch, if you call my mama, tell my mama I'm selling crack, bitch, you'll tell the police some shit. Bitch, I can't fuck with you no more. What I'm saying? Hey, until you do something to make me, I bet, right on. I still fuck with you, but hey, you just invited the party. You just invited the party over. Goddamn. But for me, I don't feel it's not hard. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, that person, I do feel like that one person.
That's hilarious.
Has to be they self.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I say be they self, meaning even they other personalities. You know what I'm saying? They got to come out. You know, meaning the fun personalities. You see what I'm saying? Like it got to be something to make that. You know what I'm saying? Make that work.
All right, that's what's up.
For me though, yeah.
All right, before I go to Seb, thanks, Chocolate Buddha. Appreciate you tapping on in. Appreciate the comments. And hey, you got everyone out there, whether you watching the live or you catching the replay. Hey, if you'd like to subscribe to Wizzo Talk, the link is in the description or scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I appreciate your support. And remember, it's free, absolutely free to like, share, and subscribe. 7, what you got on it before I say something on some sale, and then we're going to hit PM up. What you got to say?
I said to wait for us, and what was the question?
Shit, I didn't deleted that motherfucker.
It's
why is it so hard for one man to be loyal to one woman?
Yeah, that's it. Good, appreciate it, Poke Dog, and don't be crying and shit neither.
I don't think it's hard for one man to be loyal to one woman. I think that it's genetics, man. I don't think it's hard, but I think it's in us. It's hardwired in us to do what we do, like a lion, bro. Nobody's gonna sit in the wild and tell a fucking lion, hey man, you can only have one lioness. When lions go, they get like 4 or 5 of them motherfuckers, and then they kill her. If the lioness had any cubs or anything from the old dude, they kill him. You know what I'm saying?
Cats do that too.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, we're not animals, but at the end of the day, this human body is an animal. We are animals.
We are
animals. Like, people need to get that in their mind, bro. We're animals. Our enemies know that they're fucking animals. White people have been killing and destroying shit for thousands of years. If we don't start getting this in our mind, then we're not going to be able to survive what's happening right now. So we need to understand that we are animals. We need to get out there and mate like animals, have more motherfucking children, and teach them how to be beasts, but teach them also how to think and be sovereign as well. You know what I'm saying? Because what we're not doing is what a lot of women are doing, right? I want to start with that. What a lot of women are doing is they picking the same type of dudes to mate with, right? They're mating according to strength, but they're not mating according to intelligence. And even when I was younger, right, when I was in college, I actually had wrote like a little like I'm about to call it a fucking article, but I had wrote this paper on like why women choose a certain type of dudes that they chose, right? You don't see a lot of women choosing dudes back in the days according to the knowledge they have. And now you really don't see that either. But the thing that women are doing is they're choosing men according to what their money is like and shit like that. And money doesn't equate to intelligence, even though it seems like it. If you look at current day times, you would think, oh, he's intelligent, he's making money. Nah, you know what I'm saying? That's not it. Because you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of bad mental motherfuckers out there with money. And they gonna want a bunch of women too. So, and then you got like the hood niggas, the same women changes. They choosing the same hood niggas. They don't have the right minds. But the real dudes who out here talking real shit, the women don't even want to fuck with them because not only are we gonna hold ourselves accountable, right? We're gonna hold them accountable. And people, the women don't like that to be held accountable for things, right? They want to be able to place the blame on somebody else. But at the same time, a lot of men, they'll do that too. So the thing is, we need to be more so mating according to intelligence, and we're going to start making more intelligent children. But at the same time, we still have to understand that we are animals, bro, and we got to do what animals do. And motherfucking men, animals hunt, goddammit. We gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? If a woman smell good, we gonna be on that shit. You know what I'm saying? The same. And if a man smell good, I done seen men drop $500-$600 on cologne. Women be flocking to them niggas, man. Not even realizing that it's the pheromones in the cologne. Like we are animals wholeheartedly. That's what like people don't understand that. And you could be, well, if you don't understand this, you could be manipulated by this information. Because see, the CIA and all them niggas, they know that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas don't even realize the reason why they get bright color cars and shit like that is to attract women. Niggas don't be liking bright colors for real. They start getting that shit because that's what attracted women, and niggas start liking it. You know what I'm saying? We don't understand that we're like birds, we're like animals, nigga. We gonna do that type of shit to attract the opposites of our species. You know what I'm saying? So once we get that mentality straight, we can go further.
And PM, I'm gonna come to you next. So, I mean, it takes a real man to realize that one woman is enough. I hear all of the numbers. I hear all of the stats. I hear the hunting. You know, we out there, we hunters. We out there, we land our seed. The women is out there for this. Again, ain't no motherfucking way in the world I can go back and tell my woman, baby, I'm fucking Tarzan. I'm the black motherfucker that's up here, and I'm supposed to be out there laying that rod and supposed to be laying that meat. Now, I'm hearing that I know all this. Rico said. I don't give a fuck what Rico said.
Wizzo, you sound like you scared.
Don't put me in your business.
Wizzo, you sound like you scared, Wizzo.
Well, you got that right, because I ain't going to be able to do that shit. I'm going to tell you right now.
You're be scared of mama.
This dog,
mama and granny.
This dog don't hunt no goddamn more. One woman is enough. One sister is enough. Now you may have a couple of other ones that they may let do that, but I ain't gonna be able to do it. So, but what I'm saying is, you can't tell a woman in this day and time, knowingly up front. You can't tell her up front. Now you can sneak behind the back, but you can't tell her up front. Some can't, because I know some guys that have a couple of different women and they know about each other. So I'm just saying. So, but I need to hit up PM.
Hey, Wizzo, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, listen, I keep hearing you say you can't, right? But let me ask you this, and this might get you in trouble with your girl. She watching, man.
She watching, but this Wizzo talk. Fuck it.
Hey, if you could, would you have more than one woman?
Don't answer that.
No,
Do not answer that question.
I'm going to answer that.
Not answer that.
I am going to answer that.
Let me interject.
I'm going to answer that, but Pokey say he got something first, but I'm going to answer that.
Let me interject. Yeah,
go ahead, folks.
Yeah. 7. You are on your cylinders today, and I love it. I love it. You're on your cylinders today. All cylinders are firing.
There it is.
But I have to say, I vehemently disagree with that. We are animals. I have to say that I feel like we are part of something divine. I definitely don't want to get into too much religion or anything like that, but I have to say that I do not feel like I am of the same ilk as a zebra. I don't. I don't. I don't think me and a koala bear same the same spirituality or anything of that nature. Like I think a three-toed sloth and me are on the opposite end universes of connectivity.
All right, then.
Well, why?
So
Wow.
let me answer.
Didn't Julie make that song?
I did. Yeah, let me answer 7, y'all, and then I need to go to PM. So to answer your question, 7, and I said I answered this a little bit while ago, but just to be a little bit clearer. In this day and time, I'm in my late 50s. Fuck that. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to have that relationship. I'm not trying to be like that. All I'm doing is just having just one, because I don't want to put too much out there. But I mean, it could be 3 o'clock in the motherfucking morning. I can knock on the back door and it's 7-Eleven is open. So so I don't, I'm good. So, but now younger me, when that dog was hunting, then that's different. That dog don't hunt no more. So I'm gonna answer your question and say no. But if I was younger, yes. Older me, this late in age, I ain't got time for all that motherfucking shit. I ain't got time for no drama. I ain't got time for no bullshit. And if you get 2 or 3, I don't know about white women, you get 2 or 3 black women, Daddy Doe probably know that's a motherfucking headache shit. So, but he may stick and move, I don't know. But y'all need to go to PM right quick. So, but I just want to make sure I answered 7. I think I did, but I'm not sure. But PM, what's up, PM?
All right. What's the question I'm answering?
Shit, man, we didn't cover so much goddamn shit. I don't even fucking know.
I have something to say. I know what we talk about.
But it was but let me just let him just comment on you know the topic. So anything that you want to put out there, because I was talking about being law, why was it so hard, some shit like that. But
no.
I write my question down and I delete the motherfucker. I need to stop doing that.
I got lost on a 3-toed sloth. I was like, I didn't know he had 3 toes. And I started thinking about it. That's when he got me. But as far as how that dynamic go, man, the variations of a man having multiple women. I heard somebody speak about the poly situation. Those scenarios are all different, man. Whether it's gonna be alcohol based, drug based, freak based, it's gonna be all different type of. All those scenarios are gonna be different the way they play out. So, like, I got a gang of homeboys that would mind being in a poly relationship or like a pimp hoe type situation. Ain't got time for it all day. They go blocks to connect it up. Career's gonna make it go flow. You know what I mean? So whether you want it or not, you know what I mean, you still gotta have everything to make everything else work in that dynamic. And once those who have had like a lot of that opportunity, man, it's not as exciting. Once you done hit the max of what it can do, it's only so much munching, so much plunging, so much that you can actually do to where you're going to start looking for that one real one. You know what I mean? You're going to look out of all the layers you can peel back, out of all them scenarios you done had in those rooms and those situations, you're going to take from all that to say, okay, I want this in one female. You know what I mean? Everybody does it. Yeah. And that's basically when you hit the maturity rate as a man. You know what I mean? You kind of realize like what your do's and your don'ts are. What works for you with the heights, the size, the thighs, the look, you know what I mean? The cook, if she can cook, all those going to be a factor at some point. And like I said, I really think it's just on each and every individual, you know what I mean? Because I can go turn up right now, but I wouldn't be in it as, you know what I mean, turned up as if I was the young dude when I was doing it, you know what I mean? So it's about growth and all that. You know what I mean? I still got, like I said, older homies out here right now that's willing to go do it. And it just ain't working for them. No matter how much, you know what I mean? How much time they want to put into it. You know what I mean? How availability they have. But I think it really depends the factor of once your age and where you're at in life, man.
All right.
Once you get there, you know what I mean? You're gonna want something that's gonna be meaningful at the end.
Already, but before I need to go to Rico, but before I go to Rico, you said it's not working for them. Does that mean they dick not working, or that's just the
Nah,
relationship not working?
it's just that, you know, you had an opportunity to go out there and have these situations and scenarios play out with the different women and going here and hanging out, kids out the house and everything. It's just, I think their time has passed. It's not nothing with like functional or bedroom action. It's just that, you know, times have lapsed. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it was when you was in your 20s. You don't look as young as you do. You know what I'm saying? You don't move as like you used to move, or you're not as hip as you used to be hip, whatever the case may be. It's just that it's not, you know, they're able to have all the luxuries of doing it and just can't get it to pop off. You know what I mean? And it's just once I see it that way too, because you have some people that just get it popping on accident and don't even want it to happen like that. You know what I mean? I just really think it's each person and the vibe that you give off to these females. Because believe it or not, they all want to go. They all would. They're all interested in the experience or been in the experience or some type of thing to where they're definitely interested in it. You know what I mean? If you had those conversations with them, are they gonna tell you? Yeah, like when my homegirl, I used to go over her house a lot. That one homegirl they used to spend the night when they was younger, they probably didn't have an interaction. You know what I mean? So
Right.
with all those different scenarios and the way they play out, you know, the females be really, really wanting it. The man just has to activate it to make it happen. You know what I mean? And they'll tell a woman to tell you this. I don't know if y'all ever heard of this. They'll tell you like, you know, man, he had me until he started talking too much, or he opened his mouth, or he just starts on doing this and doing that and that. It's already gonna be a play. So it's just the man has to bring the play out. You got to be a quarterback, go to the huddle, receive it from the sideline, execute the play. Touchdown is on you. You know what I'm saying? But it can happen at any age. It's just the older dudes, and they got played out. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Or they wanted to.
All right, Rico, what are you about to say, Rico?
Big Pokey, once again, I totally disagree with you, and I agree with what Seven said. We are animals, and not only are we animals, we are super predators. We are at the top of the food chain. The top of the food chain. There's not one thing that animals do that we as humans do not do. God made us all the same. He made us all the same. It's not by chance. We are designed a certain way, whether we humans or a type of animal. We all do the same exact thing. So for you to say that we're not animals, you don't realize how much you are an animal. And we as the black men, we may not in reality be at the top of the food chain, but in God's eyes, we're supposed to be. And that's where we should be. So I totally disagree with that, but I agree with Seven. And lastly, I'll say this. That's why in every species, there's more women than men, because we are made to spread ourselves around. If we did not, just like I said with the stat earlier, we would be a dying species. And since 1999, we have been a dying species overall, as all people in this country. We have been. That means where more people are dying than babies are being born. In our communities, it's worse because there's definitely not enough men, and the women keep leaving the men when we're younger because they cheated only to go get with. If a woman divorce a man or a woman leave a man, more than likely they're going to go mess with a married man or a man that has a woman. They always do that.
Or another woman.
True. Nowadays, you're right. Nowadays, you're right.
Let's give Poke Dog a chance to say something. Then Seven, I saw you had your hand up, so we'll come to you. But let's see what Poke got to say on that.
I did not, and repeat, did not want to make this about the word, but you did it, Rico.
Bring it.
Say
Genesis.
Folks be already sound like Al Sharpton. Don't Al. Don't let them know Al.
Genesis 1:26. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Now, I don't know what you get from that, but as I understand it, I have been made in the image of God, not in the image of the animals I have dominion over.
Can I reply to
Rico? Hold up, because I need to make sure I get the Seven too. But I got you though. I got to make sure he's finished though.
No, that'll do it.
Okay. All
That'll do it.
right. 7, was you about to say something? Then I need to see what Rico got a comment back on that. You good?
Yeah, man. First, I want to address what he just said. One, the Bible is not the oldest spiritual text written, and if you pay attention, a lot of the stuff, the gods was always depicting themselves as animals. So, motherfuckers was coming down and pregnant motherfuckers as birds. In Egypt, all the motherfucking gods had animal heads. So, and if you pay attention to the human species now, damn near everything we've learned, even through kung fu and martial arts, all of it is based on animals, man. So you have to understand, we still take from the animals because we understand that we are of the animals. We're all that. But I was saying this to say this, man.
Okay.
When you're growing up, what are your people, especially as a young man, what is your father or your mother teach you as a young man? Don't think with your second head. So don't let your dick think for you, right? What does that technically mean when you think about it scientifically? That means don't let your hormones think for you because you're going to want to fuck. So that tells you right there that your body is of an animal nature and your spirit is of another nature. So your spirit has a higher consciousness, but your body going to tell you, nigga, you need to get that pussy for sure. Like, nigga, you could be sitting there thinking like, nigga, I need to get all my priorities straight. But if a bitch walk past you smelling good and that ass fat, your body going to be like, nigga, we going that way. You got to have a certain spiritual fortitude, right? To motherfucking ignore the animalistic nature of your body. So, and the thing about a lot of people in the times that we live in, right? We take the religious stuff, right? The white man has twisted this shit. So you really need to be looking at the documents from before this shit was even motherfucking switched over to English, because a lot of this shit don't even say the same thing, right? We need to be looking at the doctrines that tell you spiritually that your body is different from your spirit. You know what I mean? You got these 3 different natures in you. You got your body, your soul, and your spirit. Now, all your life, your body is telling you to do something else until you start to reach a certain type of maturity. When you get older, you activate that wisdom, right? So now you like PM is saying, man, I don't even need a lot of bitches. I just need one. That's because your spirit has evolved enough to tell you that you don't even need all this to be mating with, right? Because your spirit is telling your body, like, bro, I'm awakening. That's why in a lot of cultures, if you look into it, you're literally spiritually not grown until you damn near 50. You know what I mean? Because you all this time you're getting this knowledge, right? But knowledge ain't shit until you activate it, and that's called wisdom. When you activate that wisdom, then you can overpower the hormones in your body. A lot of motherfuckers still going strong, letting their body guide them, right? But a lot of niggas, when they start getting older, a lot of their hormones start down. So your mind is more control. But I guarantee you, if your hormones are still active and crazy and you're not strong mentally and spiritually, your body is in animal mode, bro. So you got to understand, you got different modes. And I respect what you're saying. Like, bro, spiritually, we're higher than the other animals because the other animals don't have that type of willpower. They're controlled by their being. If a lion want to hunt, it's going to kill. If a sloth want a motherfucker take all day climbing some shit, if a squirrel want a nut, that's what the fuck they do. They don't have free will like we have. If you want to go into the spiritual route, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, they do the same things we do. Motherfuckers be building their own little house, they nest. They do the same shit that we do. It's just that
Whoa.
Hold up a second. Hold up. Okay.
I'm sorry. Animals do not do the same thing we do.
How come they
And
don't, bro?
here, let me give just a few examples. Show me the animal skyscraper. Show me.
Bro, what are you talking about? There are birds that build nests as tall as fuck.
Hold on.
Okay, we gotta go one at a time here.
I got a few more. Show me the animals that have mastered any form of energy, even ether. Like even ether. I'll include that. If you know animals that are using ether, I'm with it. Here, and one more.
Okay, hold up.
And one more.
Check this out.
Show me the animal that can cure another animal's disease.
Okay, now hold up right there. Hold up right there. Okay, let's hold up right there just for a second. So I need to come to Rico. I don't want the podcast to go between 2 people back and forth. So we got to keep a little bit of a rotation going right here. So I need to come to Rico, and then we need to hit up Daddy Doe and PM. And if we stay on the religious I don't have a collection plate to roll around, but I'm gonna give y'all my damn cash app. I know that.
Hey, look,
Rico, what's up?
Big Pokey. Big Pokey. When you went, this is the last thing I'll say about some religion, but he went to Genesis. I hope everyone has read the Bible, because right there in Genesis, his name is Lamech. Lamech was the first man in the Bible that God said had multiple wives. Also, you literally repeated what you said, whichever verse what I said. You just read it out the Bible. You said we will have dominion. I said we are at the top of the food chain. That's it. You literally read that scripture, and it just was worded in a different way. You literally repeated almost everything that I said.
Okay.
And I had one more thing before you went to what I said about the Genesis and Lamech. Most people, I've been saying that too, they'll say that it was to grow the population. So I asked them, do you think that he will give men multiple wives to grow the population in the Old Testament? And then would you think that today we wouldn't need men to have multiple women in order to sustain the population? That makes no sense. They're contradicting. That's why we have what's called a negative birth rate since 1999.
All right, that's what's up. All right, let's go to Daddy Doe, and then I need to hit up PM. Daddy, what's up, dog?
Poke, you playing too much, Poke. You playing too much, man. I'm sorry to tell you, Poke, we animals, boss. We animals. But you know what, bro? This whole podcast make me think about Boomerang. Because this whole podcast, what we talking about, that's exactly what Eddie Murphy was going through. He wanted one chick. He just really wanted one. But what he had to go through multiple of them motherfuckers before he got to one. And it was only one of them females that he fucked with that only wanted to fuck with one person. All the other females wanted to fuck with multiple people. So why the fuck we just want one person? I don't get it.
All right. We'll go to PM. It seems like I think we all kind of go through so many women before we finally find maybe that one. I don't know. But let's go with PM. See what's up, PM. What's up? Well, a whole lot of shit been said, PM, since you last talked. I don't know if you keep it up and shit, but what's up?
Nah, it was very interesting, man. I never thought about it until they both said it about, being compared to an animal and the human, the man, right? So we get that comparison. And then the whole time they were talking, I was just thinking like, well, what are the differences and what are the same things? And the only thing I can come up with, as for animals, you have multiple animals, all different type of species, right? And like they said, the land and the sea. For the human race, we have multiple races, but we're still human. So we looked at it as human and animals. But the only difference I would say between the animal and the human, I think we're the only ones that have souls. Am I right?
It's possible. I don't know.
Yeah, animals have spirits.
So we
Animals
couldn't.
just got spirits.
Animals got spirits?
Yeah, because look at what the natives tell you. You know what I'm saying? The totem animals are spiritual energies.
Oh, okay. So then spirits and souls are different. So we couldn't be the same because we have a soul and they might have a different type of spirit. No?
It's energetic though, because you still got to think, what is the body composed of? That's why I say hormones really guide a lot. Because you look at animals, when is a dog want to fuck? The dog only want to fuck when the other dog is in heat. Well, that's when they want to mate, but dogs will fuck anytime, really.
A dog gonna hump anytime.
But lions and animals like that, look at when they want to mate though. They really don't, all the animals don't be fucking like humans do.
Okay.
But our bodies are different.
Right. Okay. And y'all see the comment that I put up there. Some animals that have mates for life. Chocolate Buddha said, look it up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say this here about the Bible. I had the elders of Israel on before, and they talked something totally different about the Bible and this verse and that verse. And I just say that because sometimes I think we're taught and we read it this way and read it without really understanding it. So I'm not saying none of us do understand it or don't understand it, but I'm just saying sometimes you can just read it and not really be understanding about the definition behind each word. I read so much of it. Do I understand some of that shit? Fuck no. In my own terms, yeah, but back then it was however, whatever. But I don't know. But let me go to this question
Hey, Wizzle, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
This is what Poke was saying. We gotta stop thinking that we superior to animals because we can build skyscrapers and shit like that, because we really fucking the planet up. Animals live in coordinates with nature. That means they live in tandem with God for real. They don't do shit to fuck up the atmosphere. They don't do shit to fuck up the water. None of that. We building all this shit don't make us superior. That makes us stupid because we fucking shit up. And two, we learned our healing from the animals. We learned what to eat from the animals. If you pay attention to the old teaching of the natives, bro, they know what to eat because of what the animals can eat. Nigga, the animals will teach you everything. Motherfuckers out here dying because they ain't know what the fuck to eat, man. So the animals really have a lot of knowledge, but we try to down them because we feel superior. And that superiority complex that we have is really fucking up the animals and fucking up the planet.
All right, let me say this right here. Chocolate Buddha told me that animals don't pay alimony. So I was like, well, damn, okay, that's possible.
They in tune, bro.
So I'm gonna ask you guys this right here, just to kind of come back around. You know, we as men, we caught up in looking at a woman's ass, looking at her breast, looking at her pussy print, how it's sticking out and everything like that. Looking at her body, and saying, damn, I sure like to hit that. Now I'm saying you already have your woman at home already, and you looking over at that right there. But by the time that ass is gone, I mean the ass it's not even there. The ass is flat. She ain't got no titties. She ain't got no lips. She ain't got no nothing. But this one over here is fine and frog hair. So I'm just saying, it's still pink in the middle, still pussy. So what's the big deal with going over there trying to hit that when you already got your woman at home that's giving you unconditional love? But yet we still looking. I know Pope said he's committed to his one, but he have said, I think, and I could be wrong, that he have seen, I ain't saying he lusted after or nothing like that, but he walked by him and the ass was out. For example, he may have caught an eye. Pope, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm just saying, y'all, so we look at this all on this woman. And why? I mean, it ain't making up. Just because she got a fine ass, big titties, don't mean she fuck with shit. So I'm just asking y'all, why
I want to see what it feel like.
You want to see what it feel like? It's big in the middle. So she didn't probably have a few kids, so you probably dealing with an ocean, or you may be dealing with some a little bit not of it.
Yeah, I want to be like old boy at the goddamn Mississippi Broad. Shit, I want to swing. Nah.
So I'm asking y'all. So we caught up on looking at all this, but what does all that ass and the breast and the titties, does that really make the sex even better, or we just got that animal in us, or that hunt in us, or we just want to fuck in us that make us want to go over there to that? Daddy Doe, what's up with that? What's up with that? I mean, just because she got all that, don't make it no better. You just want to see what it feel like. You said. Yeah.
I'm just talking shit. I'm telling you, boy, I had some bitches that goddamn me shaped like Erykah Badu. All that, like what you said, all that there. Yeah. Got in that thing is just like, man, this shit don't match up with the look, baby. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So shit, trust me, I feel exactly what you said.
And you guys
you know what? All bullshit aside, because I like the high side and cap. I'll be thinking I'm a comedian sometimes, like real talk. But real talk though, I am that type of person. Hey, just give me one. I really all I need is one. At the same time, shit, I can become a star too. Right. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's shit, man. I guess it all depends, bro. I guess it all depends just on the situation for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my best to chill out. You know what I'm saying? Just because you look good, that ass fat and all that don't mean shit to me these days no more. You know what I'm saying? Really, really, at a younger age, that shit started. That shit really don't mean shit. Like, because I take a slim, thick motherfucker, goddamn me, shit, as long as she handle her business the right way, type shit.
All right, so let's go with PM. What's up with that?
Bro, it's like you got to make a decision on what one is gonna be lacking and which gonna have the, more features. It's like a car. I mean, you go shop for 3 cars, you gonna want one with the most features. Just like the women, you gonna want the woman with the most features, and the most good that's coming out of it versus her bad habits versus her good habits. And then you're gonna kind of narrow it down. You know what I mean? But you're gonna make that decision once you get older based on those decisions. You know what I mean? When you younger, you a little young Thundercat, you out there everything on the prowl, this whatever it is. As long as she got a heartbeat, you got it. You know what I'm saying? But
Warm and
as you
wet.
get older,
Long as it's warm and wet, we want to put it there.
yeah, there you go. You know what I'm saying? And the availability, I'm available, you available, we available. But once you get older, man, you just start jotting down what one's doing versus the other one. You know what I mean? Just don't be that dude on the other side of the line that's gonna try to wait too long, and all of a sudden you get timed out and you be by yourself at the end. That can happen too.
Already. Rico,
And really, if she got 1, 2, and 3, you got to be a player to give her 4, 5, and 6. She'll start catching on to get 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Then
You know what I'm saying? Like, not for real. Like, if she got 1, 2, and 3, you got to be player enough and real enough to give her the game to go to the next step. She gonna start paying attention to see, hey, he really, you know what I'm saying, helping me out, getting me up where I need to be, where he want me to be. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna start picking up game.
I'm glad, before I go to Rico, I'm glad you cleared that up, because I'm finna say I'm not going no goddamn 4, 5, 6 goddamn rounds.
No, I know what he
I ain't talking about rounds. No, I'm saying, you know, I'm saying, you know, you might have a list, you know what I'm saying, and she might have 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you there.
4, 5, and 6. You gotta teach her.
I'm with you there. I just I'm glad you cleared that up, because I wasn't going that many goddamn rounds.
Us as black men, I feel like that's what we kind of don't do sometimes, is teach. You know what I'm saying? You got to teach her. You know what I'm saying? Just like she need to show you some things. You got to show her some things.
All right, Rico, what's up with it, man?
Hey, Big Pokey. I believe the 2 animals you were talking about are seahorse and penguin. It may be one more, but I can't remember the other one. And to the question what we were talking about, to young men, coochie is coochie. We are visual creatures. We all talked about this earlier. As a young man, when we see it with that fine thing, we want it, especially if we don't have it at home. I'm not talking about you, Big Pokey, because I know, and it's more people like you, but a majority or the most young men, they can't control themselves. And also we want to conquer, and that's another reason beside we are visual. We want to conquer, especially as a young man. We want to conquer. And just like those animals want to spread their seed and they kill off the other animals' babies, because we want our own. Hence why we continually spread ourselves around at a young age. Like I say, I have 9 kids, but I'm 49 and I have 4 children over 30. My youngest is 18, but it's a big difference between him and the other ones. But you see what I'm saying? I started at a very young age. I couldn't control it.
Right. Okay. So before I go to Big Pokey, let me thank all of the viewers that's watching right now. Hey, I appreciate y'all hanging with us, whether you're watching it now or you're watching the replay. Hey, I appreciate it. And just remember, it's free to subscribe, like, and share, and all that other good shit like that. If you like to subscribe, the link is in the description, or it's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I don't know why I can't say scrolling, but it's Wisdom Talk 8972 on YouTube. Hey, I appreciate y'all support. But with all that said, that's my little commercial. Let me see what Big Poke Dog got to say. Poke Dog, we didn't cover a whole lot of shit, but you remember the question, or you want to just throw some of your own shit out there?
Oh, you know, I take notes.
I know you do.
I do too. In my opinion.
Oh, good. So, I want to say first off, I do not think I'm special or an exception to the rule or anything like that when we're talking about being dutiful. It is a choice. It's an option. It's there for some to take, some not to. Just like when it comes to me saying, like, yeah, I've had my fun in the past. I was just honest about it. And the reason I was honest about it is because I felt like I was that dude. And when it comes to the commitment part, and this is just me saying I try to be a dutiful person. Like tried my best to make sure can't nobody ever say, you know, that nigga robbed me, he lied to me, he stole from me, he cheated me out of money. You know, this goes to this goes to that good faith part that I keep bringing up. Like when we're talking about the specific topic of whether can one man be loyal to one woman, there wasn't now one of us that wasn't raised with that social construct in mind. Now, anything outside of that is just, we can blame it on hormones all we want to, but it's still going to be a choice at the end of the day. And I felt those same hormones just like I remember being in class hurting and not being able to get up because I was going to be embarrassed. So I do know how active we can be, especially when we're young. But it's still going to be a choice at the end of the day. Now, one thing I wanted to get back to is just make sure that we weren't mixing up the topics. When Rico addressed what I was saying about Genesis 1:26, the very specific part that I wanted to make sure I got across is just that, as I've been taught, when you speak of the chapter, you read the whole thing because it's all about context. And the specific part was, and God said, let us make man in our image. That's really the first and major part I want to speak of. If you believe in the prime creator, are you saying that the prime creator is an animal?
No, because he's not a human.
Right. He's not a human. I agree with you there. And if we were made in someone's image who's not human, that would also mean that we are not animals.
Nah, man.
We not animals. We not animals. How the hell can animals?
You reaching, Big Pokey. You reaching.
I'm just saying. Like, I'm just using your own. You answer the question. I'm following your logic. I'm following your logic. That's all I'm doing.
We can't go all at one time. We gotta let it finish. We gotta let it finish. Yeah, we can't go all at one time. Yeah, I got you. Go ahead and finish, Big Pokey.
Seven was talking about the superiority complex. So I don't disagree with that. If we're talking about the current power structure, I don't disagree with that. But if we're talking about all of history, if we look at before the last reset, then the spirals and towers and things of that nature, the pyramids, and all of that were built with the harmony of nature in mind. So us, when we were in full power, what happened?
I might have sent you some bandwidth. I don't know what the fuck.
Get him some more gig.
I have to get Big Poke Dog back on in just a second.
See, Poke Cameron don't even like what he's saying over there. This camera don't agree with him over there.
Yeah, Poke Dog, I'm gonna get you back on. You turn clockwise. There's a lot of feedback. 7, go ahead. Hey, Poke Dog, try to mute your mic for a second. Okay, go ahead, 7. You got anything?
Yeah, as far as the animal thing, bro, I don't think that he thinking about like, hey, man, bugs build shit too, bro, and they small as hell. Ants build mounds, termites build tall structures. Like humans, we really be replicating what we see in nature. And as far as like we still going with the human and animal thing, God created man last. What does that tell you? He created all the animals and created man. We're supposed to be the perfect creation. The angels had fucking wings and eyeballs, bro. They was pretty much birds. You know what I'm saying? And they're more powerful than humans. They just don't have no free will. And there was some angels that were said to have fucking 3 heads, and 2 of the heads were animal heads. We really gotta. It's like we dealing with the superiority thing. Yeah, the humans were building structures before we start building this shit now, but the shit now is not in accordance with nature. The stuff we were building back then, it was in accordance with nature, but you still got to understand there's a lot of the stuff that we learned even how to do. You know what I'm saying? Like if God was looking at on motherfuckers when they was building pyramids, this shit would look like ants building shit. That's what it looked like. How motherfuckers was in rows rolling shit, and like we really be thinking of ourselves as something higher than we're pretty much like bacteria on a living organism, bro. You know what I'm saying? We really got to start to understand our place in things, and we can really control our power a lot better. Yeah, God made us special. But if you going toe to toe with a horse and you ain't got nothing and you ain't got no weapon, that horse gonna knock your ass out. That's why that whole thing with 100 men versus one gorilla. If we so superior, 100 niggas can't even beat one gorilla.
Hey, I heard you say, I think you got a lot of feedback. Is it some wind
Can't hear
blowing?
anything though.
Something like that. Let me go to PM. PM, you still there?
Yeah, I just don't have no visual.
I'm gonna send you some damn bandwidth. Hey PM, check this out. I'm about to get ready to do some closing comments, but don't get yours right now. Just go ahead and talk about on anything that you want to touch on, and then we're gonna go around and do some closing comments. I don't want to keep you guys too long, but we still got a lot of meat on the bone. But we've been in here about 2 hours, 15 minutes. But PM, you got anything to say on what's been said so far?
Nah, man, I was over here struggling with this camera, but I'll go ahead and let one of the folks.
Okay. Poke Dog, we getting a lot of feedback from you. So, Daddy Doe, we getting ready to close out. So, you got anything to close out with?
Man, on the cool, bro. This was a nice show, bro. This is a real nice show, like for real, bro. Man, y'all got me sitting up here thinking, how can I get y'all on my podcast, especially this Friday, because my topic is gonna be why can't more black people build more? Why can't more black women and men build together? Do we really hate each other? And I like y'all point of views, man. So Wizzo, we gonna have to talk, bro, and see if we can set up something like this where guys can, where y'all can hop on Friday, man, and we, you know what I'm saying, where we get this in, man, because I wouldn't mind having y'all point of view, you know what I'm saying, on that topic, bro. Like for real.
So Daddy Dope, what I do is I do just like I've shared with PM and Rico and Seven, Chocolate Booty that's off in the comments right now. I send you a lot of people that's been on my show before on Wizzo Talk. You know, we network.
No. I'm saying y'all.
Well, I'm not available. I'm not available on Fridays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm usually gone. Me and my girl, we usually gone somewhere and shit on Fridays and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, it's so hard to get, especially women on the show. You know, but like Chocolate Buddha just right here saying he's free on Friday. So I'll send you his info. He's another one. He's been on Wizzo Talk a few times. And I'll send you PM and I'll send you Rico. I'll send you some of these guys, and then you can just shoot them up to see, you know, who you might want or whatever. So, but again, I really appreciate you being on. I sent you PM's information at one time too. And me and you, we'll talk. So I appreciate it. So let me go to.
I'm gonna check y'all out, all y'all out, man. Whatever y'all got going on in life, man. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. Y'all keep going, man. For real.
Right. Yeah, that's what's up. I'm gonna send you seven, and I'm gonna send you a couple of guys later on today or either in the morning that you could just hit up. That's probably free on Fridays. Usually on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm not available. But we'll see about that. So let me go back over here. I got to go to the comments right quick, y'all.
Righteous.
Rico, what you got, man?
My closing thoughts are like this: for our people, for every demographic, family is the foundation. That's how you build. You start with your immediate family, and then you grow from there. But we don't have that foundation anymore. We have a fight coming. You need to let go of all these family disputes over small things. I've been saying this for 2 years now, trying to fix my family. And I'm failing horribly because no one wants to listen, and everyone hates everyone because they're jealous of one person who done something. You have to let go of these things. There's a fight coming to us. When they're done with the Spanish people, we are next. Stephen Miller said himself, he wants there to be 100 million people in this country, and all of them white. If you don't know who Stephen Miller is, he's the deputy chief of staff for Trump. When they're done with these Spanish people, their attention will become, we will become their attention, is what I'm saying. So please let go, band together. Look, I'm growing my family now just with these guys. I love bonding with them because I know what's coming. And we're going to need one another for our families. So, I could go on, but I'm going to let that go.
I got you. And I'll say this, Chocolate Buddha have said before, we have these discussions, we'll come here, we agree, we'll disagree. But hey, we having no discussion. We put it out there, and then hopefully someone else will have that, and someone else will have that, and then the guy will start to catch it on. So let's go up here to 7. What's your closing comments, 7?
My comments is not too far from Rico, man. We need to get our numbers up, man. Honestly, we need to have more babies. The enemy has been attacking them from all different angles for the past over 100 years, man. Planned Parenthood been our worst enemies, man. Kanye told them Planned Parenthood didn't kill more black people than slavery, dog. Hey, we need to get these numbers up. The war ain't coming, it's here. You know what I'm saying? Women need to start mating with more smarter guys. And to the brothers, if y'all not trying to have no more kids, we really need to step up to the kids out here that don't got fathers and start teaching them mentalities to help them to understand how important they are and how pivotal it is for them to be protectors of our communities. Because a lot of these kids that we deem as destroyers of our communities really want to be the protectors, but they see money as something superior because the white man has given them that, and people think money is power, when we need to start to understand that the tribe is the power, man. The unity is the power, and that's the only way to truly move forward to save our people. We have an army in our communities. We just need to guide them, bro. We got people that's young people who's willing to crash out. They don't give no fuck about dying. We need to be using that to our will. I know that sounds cold-blooded, but the white people is doing it every fucking day when they send niggas over to shoot up communities and shit like that. We got our own warriors, and we need to move tactical.
That's what's up. And
not just the white people. The other races doing the same shit. Not just the white people.
He ain't never lying. The Jews got underground tunnels, man.
Shit, real talk.
That's what's up. And before I go to PM, see, this is why I ask my viewers to watch, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because we started out talking about, it takes a real man to realize that one woman is enough. We didn't cover 99 different things. We didn't cover Genesis 1 through 29, and I feel like I need to send Cash App around so we can go and get some Cash App and tell everybody to lock the door. Don't let nobody out. Lock the damn door. But guys, I'm telling you, you never know where we're going to go. But the title is it's the title. It gets it going. But we always wind up in different areas.
Hey, but it all tied back into what we was talking about, though.
I was about to say that. Yeah, a lot of it tied right on back in. With that being said, let me go come down to PM and see what the closing comments is. Oh, before PM go 7. You remember when PM was on and shit? You say, man, that motherfucker nigga got that old smooth ass voice and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
Him and Jason, bro, that motherfucker smooth as hell, dog.
Hey, Jason better than Barry.
I'm over here with the same shit. I'm over here with the same shit. I'm like, boy, that boy got a Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Boy, look. Say, don't have him around you.
Say y'all. Say this PM right here, y'all. He like, did he move that bike up? He say, I can't hit it. But still, you can see PM right there. He talking right about their panties. They throw the ball out of stage.
He said it.
He just made me change my name to AM, goddamn. They like to wait. Goddamn.
That was a good one, dog. That was a good one.
That motherfucker smooth, boy. He's smooth. So, y'all. With that being said, the next voice that you was hear is Smooth PM coming on this motherfucker. Watching y'all. He go just the brim and shit.
Oh, y'all need help. Hey, man. I want to thank y'all for having me on here, though, for sure, man. It's been a little minute, Rico. I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Nice seeing you again.
All right.
Thanks, Wizzo, for having me on here, man. Of course, 7. Almost that time, bro. You already know. I mean, I
Fuck nah,
almost
man. Give me
messaged
the
you.
game. How
You
you
about
thought the
to.
moles out they panties? Fuck that. Give me the game. How you thought the moles out they panties? Because I be straight up forward and make them all be like, nigga, I ain't fucking with you.
Man,
I need to
it's
learn.
just
I need to
it's
learn.
about
Nigga
telling them
called
the
You
him.
need to
truth.
practice restraint.
Yeah.
You gotta just tell them the truth, man. Just tell them the truth. They'll be all right.
Y'all let him go finish. Y'all let him finish.
Yeah.
My
Well,
bad, man.
I'm gonna hook up with 7 soon, man. I know the time is near, man. Like they said they're trying to process them people out to process us out. So yeah. But other than that, man, I'm apologize for being late. Was getting out the shop a little late today, so I'm glad I jumped on, man, and got a little bit of the conversation that I could get with you.
Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, PM, man, I appreciate you hitting me on up. You know you good, man. Shit, as long as it ain't, I don't have all 9 people. Shit, you want to be on? Shit, I got you right there now.
Appreciate
Big Poke Dog, I was gonna send him some bandwidth, but he sent a message saying that weather's kind of got him under the way out there a little bit.
it. Yeah,
So we
it's a
appreciate
storm
it.
out here right now.
Yeah, so but we appreciate him, guys. Each and every one of you guys, man. Hey, I can't thank y'all enough for taking y'all time out and coming on with on talk and hey and voicing your your opinion and your thing, whether it's facts or whether it's fiction. Hey, we come on here. I almost wish I'd had some young guys, or as they say, some of them YNs on here, but I don't really know any of them because we kept referring back to some of the young ones and some of the young ones because at our age we kind of set in what we do and what we don't do and shit like that. But with that being said, hey, ain't nobody mad but the devil. Guys, I appreciate y'all. Daddy Doe, I'm gonna send you some of these guys. I send them to you in Messenger, and you can hit them up and see about coming on your show because some of them are available on Fridays and stuff like that. I know Ari is available. He is available. He's somewhere across goddamn water somewhere. I think.
You said who?
I'll send you. He go by Chocolate Buddha, but I'm gonna send you to him. But
Okay, baby.
His Ari is what I call him. What I know him by. I used to work
I can't
with
call
him.
him Chocolate Buddha. I'm gonna call his ass Buddha. I can't call him Chocolate Buddha. I'm gonna call him Buddha.
That's his clothing line. His clothing line is Chocolate Buddha.
Yeah.
So,
Still call him Buddha. Goddamn me. I can't call him Chocolate.
I'll let y'all do the side there, but he brings some good stuff to the table. Guys, hey, with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of you. And if anyone is watching it now or you watching it later, hey, it's free to like, share, and subscribe. The link is in the description. This your boy Paul Wizzo saying holla at your boy, and we up out of here.